What up? What up? What up? This Savage Life Banks here with Davis. The drip boy. You got some game on you, man. You got some names on you. What up? What up? What up? The Savage Life with Banks. All all my boy. Charlamagne and Breakfast Club.
No, there's a podcast I used to listen to, and they would have like a good opening bit to like introduce themselves. I've always kind of been jealous of that because normally we don't have that. I'm just gonna we'll either start midway through our conversation. Uh, we haven't even played the intro yet, but see that's what I mean. But now we'll play the intro and then Banks versus Davis. You know what it is against the same two guys every single week. But let's just play the intro real quick.
He said he wanted the intro, and that was the best way to intro. Now we about to hit the intro button, motherfuckers. We already here. Bam, just like this. Fucked up. Didn't press the right button. Hold on. But I got the intro for y'all right now. Watch this. Bam.
Drop it. I don't want to talk about it.
Drop it, hell. I want to hear about this, homie.
I said forget about it, cuz.
Fucking pay me!
Man, I was almost crying from hearing the Fast Summer song. I hear that song, I think of Familia, I think of family, and I just start to tear up.
I know you almost teared up this past Thursday on BRP.
That's every week though. It'll get worse. It'll be worse this coming Thursday. But that was me. That was almost. It's my quarterback.
Right. I was like, I don't know what's going on this week. But nah. Oh yeah, I know what's going on. But listen.
That was me. I will strike vengeance upon thee for those who try to destroy my brothers.
It's just the fact that, it was funny. Everybody was like, all right, bro. It was like, is Davis about to cry? I was like, damn, bro. Hey, he cutting that Cody Rhodes promo. My wife.
My wife.
And my beautiful podcast. I'm like, all right, bro. Get your shit up. Talk your shit, though. But you see how that intro was? This is Banks versus Davis. I'm here with Banks.
Are you doing role reversal?
Yeah.
I'm you and you're me. All right, so that means you gotta do come on, and then I gotta do all right.
Hey, I'm saying all the white goddamn curse words like I usually do today. Just so y'all know.
That means you have to be talk about how great Eminem was during the halftime show, and I gotta be like Kendrick Lamar. He had that choreography. It was phenomenal.
You know what? I take back all the Eminem slander. This is a word or a shoot. This is a shoot. I take back all my slander about him because I went and listened to his catalog. I was like, all right, I can't listen to this shit every day, but
to me, that's always been the thing. And we'll maybe have that pod one day, but it's obviously calling him the best of all time is stupid because Vin and others have said, it's just rhyming words that always sound the same or bending them to sound like other words. But I mean, you can't deny that he's got songs. Sure, a lot of them were, like as Eve would say, ROTC music. Real Mountain Dew, Gears of War, 8-hour session hours. 8-hour sessions. It is what it is. He's sold songs for movie trailers. I mean, there's Won't Back Down was in Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol. I mean, Not Afraid was the soundtrack to The Town. His music became very commercialized because obviously he was the white rapper.
right. So that's why I try to have a little bit leniency when it comes to this shit because you catering to the Call of Duty people.
Yeah.
Like, lose yourself. Yo, that tweet. That's my favorite tweet of the year so far. The ESPN Sports Center one. They deleted it for some reason. I still don't understand why. When they said Joe Burrow once again, I'm never gonna get tired of talking about that tweet. Y'all watch My Hero Academia like me. I'm a nerd. I watch anime. Y'all watch that show. That main character. Or no, that's not the main. Yeah, that is the main character. So that tweet with that character makes it fucking brilliant. So let me use it in Dragon Ball Z since you watch Dragon Ball Z.
I haven't watched that. I've heard it's supposed to be good. I just haven't tapped into it because basically it's like Sky High but anime, like superhero school, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sky High. God damn.
Sky High is a
All
great
about
movie.
that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I forgot about it. Was I working at the movie theater when that came out?
I saw that in the theater. Funny enough,
I don't think I
that
was, but
would have been 05.
okay, no, I wasn't. I was thinking about Meet the Robinsons. I was working at the movie theater.
Oh,
when
you know,
Meet the
Big Mike
Robinsons
took me and my brother to see Meet the Robinsons.
Bro, I've seen that movie 10 times.
Yeah, that movie's also dark. Like, whew.
That's most animated movies. We talked about the Brave Little Toaster.
Yeah,
I can go back. That motherfucking air conditioner said, "I'm gonna do it.
Don't get me started.
I'm gonna fucking do it."
Oh my god, yeah. No, as we've said before, literally every animated movie is not for children, but that's how they sell it to them.
Which is
But no, I
weird.
mean, you know, it's like what Darius said in Atlanta, like Flo Rida. You know, moms need rap music too. Like Eminem is, yeah, you know, the "Shut Up, Mom" music for, you know, every kid, every white guy definitely had an Eminem phase. I certainly had mine from like 14 to 17.
Really? But you
Yeah.
didn't like cuss out your parents, right?
And not on my own, like in retaliation. I'm not gonna. This is not their therapy session hours. We're not doing this right now.
Right. As long as you didn't cuss out Big Mike, and I feel like, hey, after he said I'll beat your ass in the comment section, I believe everything he said. You wasted your soda?
No, my Body More Bottles cup it's falling apart.
I gotta get mine for sale. I was supposed to get mine in person. I gotta get it.
Yeah.
I give you
Oh,
mine.
man. No, I'm just like, what the hell?
Hey, because
I'm-
you use it like Stone Cold be using beers, bro.
Yeah, I do use it's a perfect cup. I'm like, people must be right about. I mean, this is a McDonald's Sprite, but like maybe it spilled on the side and just like acid, just burnt that shit off.
Did you see this past week when people brought that back up about the McDonald's Sprite?
Yeah, because someone had the full clear cup. I've probably only gotten Sprite from McDonald's a few times. I mean, I get Sprite regular. You know, it's a tasty. It's what's Vince Staples say. It's a delicious beverage.
It's because he's getting paid for that.
Yeah.
Now I want a Mountain Dew sponsorship because I fuck with Mountain Dew.
Yeah. You should move here then.
Why?
They sell that. That's like the nectar of God right here.
Bruh, like all the jokes that people say about it, it's actually pretty good. Like,
I have to have a
pink
lot of
flavor?
ice. I have to have a lot of ice when drinking it. Code Red isn't bad because it's basically just like souped up fruit punch.
Hey, Code Red might be goddamn embalming fluid, bro. That's the one I don't drink because that shit feel like I might as well drink some whiskey.
No, with regular Mountain Dew. Because when I was staying at my grandma's one time, like that's what she had. I just filled like the whole cup of ice and poured like quarter of the can each time and just like drank and ate the ice with it because I was like, this shit. It ain't it.
Bro. The blue one, didn't they have a blue Mountain Dew?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That shit was good. Remember Pepsi Blue?
Yeah, I think so. Would that have been around 2000s? Like,
Yeah, that was 05, 04, somewhere around.
is that when Beyonce was selling it or no? Because wasn't she selling Pepsi for a while?
Yeah, when she did the Me, Myself, and I video. Like they had a little commercial for it.
Well, she had the best commercial when there's like all the Beyonce variants, and then yeah, that's amazing.
Hey, we need that commercial again. No disrespect, Jay-Z, but we need that commercial again.
It's your boy.
My favorite one is from Destiny's Child. Pick a year.
Pick a number, pick a card, any card. Yeah.
Her and Kelly Rowland. Hey, Kelly Rowland, I'm on your ass, girl. I'm on your ass.
To this day. Is that what you're saying?
Hell yeah. You seen her? She still looked the same.
No, that's what I was saying. Like about the thin first team, then now forever. Marissa Tomei is one of those. Salma Hayek, obviously Beyonce. We'd have to go beyond what name we looked like 10 years. I don't know. We knew what she looked like 10 years ago. Yeah, because 2012. Yeah,
she still look exactly the same.
Yeah. But real quick, I didn't put on the document. What did you think of because we were tweeting during the halftime show, but what did you think of the halftime show?
Hey man, I damn near shed a tear.
Where's your favorite moment?
Come on, bro. You already know. I know you like it. I am Lamar.
All my life I had to fight.
Bro, that moment, since that happened last week, I play that song every day, bro. That song
when I wake up,
version.
You recognize that I'm looking for the paper.
He dances now.
Yeah, that was crazy. I'm like, it's like an insecurity. It's like, is this choreography? When the Bloods start dancing in the apartment?
Yeah, it is. He rapping now, he dancing, and people talking about I want an album. All right, cool. He about to make Thriller.
No, he's like, he saw The Weeknd. He's like, I could do this shit too. Like, ow,
dog. Like he was legit.
He
legit was dancing and shit. I'm like, bro, it's all choreographed. I'm like, oh shit, this is the evolution of rap. They about to be dancing now. It's about to be like.
Wasn't he dancing with Terry Crews in the one video?
He did a video with Terry Crews?
Yeah.
What video was that?
Isn't that? Let me see. Isn't that? No, which one is that?
Because I remember he did "Don't Kill My Vibe" with Mike Epps.
Yeah, that was.
He wasn't dancing. He wasn't dancing. They was just by a casket, and then they was in the desert. That's all I remember. But Terry Crews. So him and Terry Crews had a dance battle.
These Walls, he was in.
Oh, I never seen that video. And they was dancing. Were they dancing by the walls?
I think they had like burst through the wall like the Kool-Aid Man. And then I think they were on the stage somehow all of a sudden and then like dancing together. Like it was such a weird visual. I don't know why I watched it. Maybe it was because I like watched Terry Crews dance with Kendrick Lamar. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, I gotta watch this now.
Has one of the best dance moments in history when he's Cheeseburger Eddie with the baby back bitch. Like,
hey man, he like your boy Adam Cole. Same old shit, bro. He did the same fucking dance. He been doing this shit forever for the white people. I don't give a fuck about no robot dance and cheeseburgers. What Chris Rock said, that's the biggest robot I ever seen. That's a big ass robot.
Hey, funny enough, Adam Sandler playing basketball against Michael Irvin. We'll talk about Adam Sandler and basketball in a little bit, but no, I agree that halftime show was something again. The West Coast representing, but they had to bring 50 Cent in, recreate some magic.
That was fun.
Hung him upside down like he was Spider-Man in 2002.
He's fat.
That's what a coworker of mine had said. I was like, I mean, he's older now.
Yeah, which is great. It's crazy to know that 50 Cent age. I didn't think 50 Cent would make it this long, bro.
I had said like Dr. Dre, I think was hitting the bottle again because his face was
that. Well, he's older. It's that, and then you sweat when you barely doing anything. It wasn't that hot.
But I'm saying like if you look, I mean, the Defiant Ones is probably 5 years old now.
Mm-hmm.
You see, and that was made over like 3 years prior to even it being released because they were documenting the making of Straight Outta Compton and the Apple deal and Compton the album. But he was still lean. That was when he was like, I'm working out every day. His face was thinner. But no, it was a show. I mean, they said Eminem played the Oscar-winning song "Lose Yourself." Do you know Barbra Streisand presented that song?
Yeah, I remember watching the Oscars live.
Yeah, she's like, and the Oscars too, and she was like, "Lose yourself." Like, it can't be like.
You know what's even funnier? Remember when 3 6 Mafia won for Hard Out Here for a Pimp?
Mm-hmm. I did watch that Oscars live, yeah.
That shit was fucking hysterical. The white people and the Oscar for Best Original Song.
J.
The nigga that sing Slop on My Knob. Him?
But then they gave and the best picture goes to Crash, everyone. Crash.
Oh no, hey man, listen. That was the most urban Oscar ever. They definitely was upset. I already know when they got home, they was talking shit.
Yeah, and Ludacris, what's crazy is Ludacris is involved Hustle and Flow and Crash that year. The Peanut Butter Man, as Priyanka called him. You didn't see that tweet?
I think so. Yeah,
Wait,
I did.
Yeah, I think I was like, that was something he said in private. Because Matt said, my son calls Ludacris the Peanut Butter Man.
I don't understand the reference, but still,
because he's in those Jif commercials. Jif peanut butter. Ludacris
Really?
is in those commercials. Yeah, he's selling peanut butter now.
Hey, when he gonna pay Field Mob? That's my question. Pay Field Mob. He taking all that DCP money. Him and Shaka Zulu. Shouts out to Shaka Zulu, but still. Hey, if I was making fucking money from Fast and Furious, I guess I make peanut butter sandwiches too. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, that's why he's doing all these other movies. That's why he did the movie where he was, Metal Jaw or whatever.
I hate you, Tess. Yeah, that was
John Henry.
Yeah, with Terry Crews.
But I'm just saying, like, what was the whole point of him having the, as I think was said, Tiana Trump jaw?
I'm still trying to find
do you remember when we said like Tiana Trump come on the pod?
Yeah, Tiana, come to the pod. I'm still trying to make that happen. I gotta slide that DM one more time just to reassure. You sure you don't want to come on here and watch The Dark Knight Rises?
I think a Dark Knight will rise if you catch my drift.
Absolutely. Where's Tiana?
Word.
So she put that.
What if she was like, "Hello, Banks"?
Hell, you were born in the darkness.
What do you say? Oh, your body is healed. And
Hey, as soon as she put them hands on me,
you came to die with your city. No,
hey,
I came to stop you.
Hey, just like that sewer scene where she
We'll
put them hands
we'll cover
on
that movie. So what we have playing for this? Let's talk about this week's episode first, and then we'll preview the next few weeks coming up here on Banks vs. Davis, aka the BVD pod. What we talking about is the Peacemaker finale and the announcement of season 2. We'll be talking about our hard fucking pass of the week. We each got one. We'll be talking about the trailers during the Super Bowl, the big movie trailers that were released. Part 1 of the Genius documentary about Kanye West.
Oh, that's how you enunciate it. Genius.
Did you think it was Genius?
Yeah, I didn't understand it. I was like, oh, okay. Clever they are.
Yeah. No, when I first read it, I'm like, genius? Like, genius? Oh, genius. I was like that the first time I ever read it. It was like, oh, okay.
And he definitely didn't come up with that name, bro.
No, I think he did, yeah.
Nah, because he...
You mean the guy who said, I am a creative genius? You don't think he came up with that name?
No, because he's more creative than that, and that's corny. He would have did something simplistic. Like, the thing is with genius or marketing is very simplistic. You just add a little color to it. Or in the case of what he's doing, less color, because he's been wearing all black outfits for like a year now.
I not wearing all black, though. It's an easy outfit.
I can't wait till we talk about it, because I'm going to ask you a question about what's supposed to happen in 2 days. The album's supposed to come out on that stem.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, maybe you can explain what stem player is to me. I briefly read that he rejected Apple's deal to launch his own, but apparently you can also edit. You can basically create music or edit music, which would work for me because I'm like, I can take this feature out of this song. Like,
That's it.
Damn.
Like a stem is like an added instrument when they put on the track, right? So, like off the grid, if you want to take out like the horns or whatever, you can do that. Like, let's say if you listen to, God forbid.
My bad. That was the laundry.
Thought you farted. What to say?
Oh my god.
You need to go
to
the hospital.
Optimus Prime?
Yeah, I'm about to say you need to go to the hospital. Oh yeah, let me let you know ahead of time too. The phones aren't tapped because apparently at his release party, he's supposed to have Optimus Prime here.
Get the fuck out of here, Peter Cullen.
I'll send it to you. I swear. Like an actual like truck.
Oh no, that makes sense because he's building those in fucking Wyoming.
I asked somebody this. When the last time he been to Wyoming? He been everywhere across the world but Wyoming.
He in 2020, I think I have a GQ magazine of him on the cover. Give me a second.
But that's what I'm saying. Why hasn't he been back in Wyoming? He been everywhere but Wyoming. So he has this whole ranch, but he's been sleeping on people's couches and shit like that. That's all I started thinking, like, yo, is Kanye homeless? Because he legit hasn't been in the home. He bought 2 homes in the past 3 months and he hasn't been home. Or to Wyoming for the ranch. I'm gonna look that up because he low-key hasn't been at the ranch. But anyhow, so since Davis is gone, I'll explain to everybody. Hello, everybody. Once again, this is Banks. Make sure you subscribe. I feel like this is a YouTube video. Hey, guys, I'm Banks. Make sure to like, subscribe, and follow on the Banks versus Davis podcast on YouTube.
No, I don't have that one. But it was GQ did a whole article about him in Wyoming and what he was planning to do out there still. Like, you know, with his, again, Mars rover type vehicles and his fucking fashion line and living on the land, building all these shelters and all this other stuff.
He used that during the Super Bowl. That truck.
Yeah.
For the McDonald's meal that just apparently came out. Did you see it?
He used his, you know, Batman tumbler vehicle to go order some McNuggets. Yeah, fat some bitch.
Hey, I gotta do like that. That Shannon Sharp video. Bro. But did you see the Happy Meal that he has coming out?
No, what's his?
It comes with, I don't know if it's the actual stem player, but it comes with like a fake stem player. It says no apples, but it's in fact apples in the package. It's a black hamburger, some bitch. And then it's think some McNuggets. You fat some bitch.
Are you lying right now?
Go ahead. How do I have time to make shit up like this? Why would I lie? I swore I saw him. Let me see if I can find it. Just look up McDonald's and Kanye. I'm pretty sure it'll come up. Because bruh.
Yeah, I don't know if that's real. I'm not seeing anything.
It looks real, but let me see.
Hang on, there's Kanye West McDonald's collaboration in the works.
Let me see if I can find it. Where did I see that?
You sure someone didn't create that and trick you?
It looked legit, but probably so. Anyway, but it's like it's something to that deal. I don't care. Like it's something to it. Because
I mean, him selling apples and no apples, I mean, saying no apples inside and there actually being apples would be a Kanye West thing. Like the album's coming out and we never got, what was it, TurboGrafx 16?
Yeah, I was waiting for that one too.
Or Swish, which then became Yay or whatever. I mean, not even, because it was, anyway. But again, this is the ultimate, like, this is happening, but then it's not happening all of a sudden. He made a whole movie about Cruel Summer, and that never was released, but that's because it was supposed to be shown on 8 screens at once.
Mm-hmm. Remember when Yeezus came out and he had
that amazing trailer directed by Hype Williams?
Remember the holograms was everywhere?
I don't know. I mean, we'll talk about Genius a little bit later on, but let's get to our hard fucking pass of the week. We have to maybe create something for a hard fucking pass of the week. We.
Yeah, no, I'll get something together. I definitely gotta have like an intro video to that shit.
Pass. Like,
yeah, I gotta whip something up.
So mine is the Elvis trailer. So Baz Luhrmann, I think this was announced 2 years ago, probably right before COVID or right during COVID. That Baz Luhrmann, who did Moulin Rouge, Australia, the Jay-Z's Great Gatsby, as I like to call it, because he did the whole soundtrack for the Great Gatsby, which was still like, the fuck's going on?
It's better than a movie.
Starring Leonardo DiCaprio and Tobey Maguire, 2 of the Pussy Posse.
That's a wild ass name.
But he announced, and there was a whole like casting thing, like who's going to play Elvis. I think Harry Styles had thrown his name in, but they went with Austin Butler, who Hollywood has been trying to make something happen for like a decade now. And I don't know why. He's just this good looking guy. Like, that's it. He's not like a bad actor, but he's just a good looking guy. Mm-hmm. But obviously he's playing Elvis, and Tom Hanks is in it, and he's playing Colonel Parker or whatever. And he's doing a weird voice. I never knew like that's what he was supposed to sound like. He's like,
He was ripping the shit out of Elvis pockets.
that's like the whole point. Like the trailer starts off like, some people will say I'm the villain of this story. I'm like, what kind of voice is Tom Hanks doing? Like, and he's in this weird prosthetic, and I'm just like, this movie looks awful. And Austin Butler doesn't even look like Elvis is the thing. And the trailer just
he does.
Who?
These pictures I'm looking at right now. First of all, this fucking prick is from Anaheim. That makes sense. God damn, that makes sense.
But no, I mean, like, he was on. I never watched these shows, but he was on the Carrie Diaries, the Shannara Chronicles. He was the guy that was trying to get something going because he's a good-looking guy, and he was dating Vanessa Hudgens, I think, for years and years.
That's
until he wasn't.
I'm hating.
But
wait, hold on.
Oh, go ahead.
I remember this dude. Yeah, I remember this kid. He was on Nickelodeon. Okay, yeah. I was like, damn, he looked familiar.
He was in Aliens in the Attic. Have you ever seen that? I think he was, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at right now. His IMDb. Yeah, because I remember he was going heavy on Disney and Nickelodeon. So,
yeah, he was, going to be like their next Zac Efron. I think in Hollywood trying to make Zac Efron work, but Zac Efron actually had talent. He just had bad choices. But no. Oh, and your mic's.
No, my fault.
But I'm not really a big musical person in film anyway, and Baz Luhrmann has made a lot of those. He also did the Get Down on Netflix with, what's his name? What's their name? Can't remember his name, but Jaden Smith was on it, and Yahya Abdul-Mateen, the second, was on it as well.
The main actor from the Get Down?
Yeah. I forgot what their name
on
is.
some HBO show. Just like
Generations.
Kids now.
Yeah. I never watched that, but did you? The Get Down? No?
Oh, okay. The Get Down. Yeah. I watched that.
Oh, were you a fan of that?
I thought you were talking about that Generation show.
Oh, no. Hey, come on. Will you stop?
The Get Down. No, I like that show. He was being a simp, even though old girl was bad. The main dude. So I said, all right, bro, you got it.
Baz Luhrmann's style is just, very like, it's an extravaganza, very epic and sweeping and musical, and I've only really seen The Great Gatsby anyway. I never saw Moulin Rouge or Australia, and he's Australian descent, but like this Elvis trailer, I'm just like, you're trying to tell the story of Elvis, and like they're connecting it to MLK and JFK. He's like, this is all because of us, and I'm just like, huh? Like, weren't you just like, I'm like, wasn't the whole thing about you that you were, it's like Chuck Berry but white, but not even as talented as Chuck Berry? Like,
he's the greatest sampler of all time, being Elvis. The reason I say sampler is because he took the shit. Oh no, just karaoke singer. Fuck it, I'll just say that. I'll be more disrespectful. He's just a great karaoke singer. He'll take your song, but he just made it cool for that audience.
The whole point, like the first minute of the trailer, because it's a 3-minute trailer too, is like it's just him like fucking thrusting, and like these they cut to the women in the crowd just going fucking insane, like as the camera points back to his crotch, and it's them being like,
that's all he was. He's the fucking ultimate warrior of music. He's a one-trick pony.
It's like him shaking his legs.
Doing this shit.
I'm not saying he doesn't have great songs. Again, like look at, Lilo and Stitch are just the Elvis songs playing during that classic film. But I'm just like, I'm not. And then he married again an underage woman, but that always happened back then, so it seemed like.
Well, he married one, but he had several.
Yeah, he was Jerry. That's why Jerry Lawler was such a fan.
There we go.
I guess that's how they do it in Tennessee. I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe it's not. But
yeah, it's to be cool.
It's
because I think we got people from Tennessee that listen to us. But boy, I love to slander Tennessee. No, we do. I know, but I love to slander Tennessee.
But like one of the things, like this movie can't sell me on anything. I am not seeing this movie. I will never see this movie. Hard fucking pass. No, thank you.
But
No.
guess who's going to see it? Not your type of white, the other type of whites. The older
I don't
white.
think so, because I don't think
They going to see it. The ones that are alive, they going to see it.
maybe. I don't know. I did know this girl who was into Elvis.
She's
was a bitch.
68?
No, just
She your age listen to Elvis?
no. She was a little bit younger than me.
Baby, you got to get some better role models in your life. You ain't supposed to be listening to Elvis and you 24.
Yeah,
I understand listening to old music, but not that fucking old. Like, you want to listen. And first of all,
Blue Christmas.
look,
Yeah,
this fucking fat prick later on in his life.
yeah, that's the thing. Like, and it shows like that's the like. See, Austin Butler doesn't even look like Elvis at all because his face is so thin. Like Elvis had like a full face.
I don't give a fuck about no.
And then they show him.
eyes.
I mean, are you the honky tonk man?
The honky tonk man is a better Elvis Presley. Like, hey, he cut promos on everybody. Y'all want to hear?
Wayne Ferris?
Hey, man, yeah, Wayne cut them promos on his own cousin.
Jerry Lawler's cousin?
He cut promos on his own cousin, like David said. Jerry, he don't like. Listen, if y'all want to know the list of people that honky tonk man don't like,
maybe it
just
is. Yeah, Tennessee. Look at the Jareds. They're from Tennessee. Yeah.
He hate Ricky Steamboat like a motherfucker.
Fuck
you, Steamboat. Fuck you, Steamboat. That's what he said on the shoot interview.
But now, what's your hard fucking pass of the week, Banks?
Oh, I love the Uncharted games, as y'all know. If y'all listened to me before, I feel like I referenced it. Love the Uncharted series. I feel like playing 2 and 3 right now. Listen, I watched an Uncharted movie for 10 minutes and I shut that shit off. But the fact that they about to make their money back means we about to get 2 or 3 of these fucking movies. Yo, Tom Holland is on a fucking Leor Cohen Def Jam deal. Leor Cohen Def Jam deal. He's in the 360 deal. Sony got him by the balls. Disney got him by the balls. We about to get 2, 3 of these movies.
This
20
movie did
goddamn
not
Spider-Man movie. Yeah. You see them numbers?
139 million worldwide. No.
We're fucked. We're in the end game now. Remember how he was like, Mr. Stark, I don't want to leave? That's how he about to be with Sony and Disney. Like, yo, I don't want to be here.
This is insane. No.
Dude,
because you had typed it up in the rundown list, but I was like, what do you like? How much money did this movie make? It fucking made 50 million here in the States, and then killed it overseas.
Can Rip came out last week. I watched it on Can Rip last week, and it's still making money. How, Sway?
Okay, you want to know why? There are 3 reasons.
Go ahead, because you're probably thinking of one of the reasons that I am as well.
Post Spider-Man No Way Home, so Tom Holland's still that guy. Number 2 is there's literally nothing out, as we've talked about the last few weeks. Only TV shows, no movies. And then 3rd, the IP. People know the game and they love it, and they know it's not going to be the game, but like they also want to go see how bad it is that they fucked up the game. Like all those people that went to go see The Last Airbender, knowing that it wasn't going to be like the TV show. They still went just to see like, oh, they fucked it all up. They didn't do this at all. They didn't do this. Like, but it's those 3 factors. Tom Holland did Cherry, which was an Apple movie, so that wasn't going to make any money. What he had done? He didn't do anything in between Spider-Man No Way Home and that, if I'm not mistaken.
No.
Except film this. But it's that post Spider-Man No Way Home. Fucking Sony is just, these idiots are just falling into money. It's insane.
Dude, they got Tom Holland and just juicing them. Them and Disney, bruh. I've never seen anybody get like a fucking record deal that's a movie actor.
I told you. No, it happened. Don't forget, Tom Cruise had that deal with Paramount for years.
No, but I'm pretty sure he was getting caked out. I don't think Tom Holland getting caked out like that.
I wouldn't be surprised if he was an executive producer on this.
It might be Marky Mark.
Marky Mark for sure.
Because every bad movie he does, which is most of his movies, he's always a producer.
Yeah.
And like I said, I watched 10 minutes. I'm gonna try to watch the full movie.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna go see it this weekend.
I'm gonna try to finish. I like to finish what I start. I'm gonna try for the most part. I'm gonna try to finish this movie.
Wow, I can't believe they made back their fucking money already.
I'm very surprised. Sony probably surprised. Oh shit, we made money. Let's start a sequel tomorrow.
No, that's what they're gonna announce it. If this movie makes even 50 million combined, domestic and international next week, they're gonna make a sequel. Because that means they would have made just enough of their budget back. It's not a flop, so they'll be all right.
Yeah, no, it's gonna make the money. I'm just surprised that it's making money. I really thought it was gonna flop, but like you said, it's just
there's nothing else. I mean, the Channing Tatum dog movie did well, but that's also that movie is for the whites. Oh, the dog movie. Oh, let's go see the dog movie. Oh,
why do white people love dogs so much? I think I got an answer, but I can't
see because when you grab it,
I told you can't say that. But he said it, white people, Peter. He said it, not me.
That's one of the craziest. That's one of the craziest scenes I always laugh at. Like, it's so bad, but it fucking cracks me up.
If it was a dog catcher, you say the same shit.
Yeah, that's why he's like, bit my ass.
Like a motherfucking dog about to bite you, you gonna do everything you can.
God. But so I mean, are you mad because the Sony of it all? Is that why it's a hard pass?
Because it's Sony. I don't give a goddamn if New Line was doing it.
Well, we talked about New Line and they dominated the 90s.
Yeah, New Line would have they would have made this shit fire. I ain't gonna hold you.
More than likely, yeah. I mean, they did make Mortal Kombat, so let's not stretch it too far. Let's not act like the first Mortal Kombat was great.
It was.
Here we go again.
You wasn't there, that's why.
That's the name of the episode.
Wait, you wasn't there?
Yeah, because all weekend you've been fucking killing me.
I gotta find that. I'm about to say a 2-pack. That X-Pac clip. I was there.
Because
he says that about everything, which is kind of true. Kid was there
but
for everything.
He was though. He was
there for everything.
He was part of the NWO and DX, like at both the height of their powers. That's the crazy thing.
But remember when he was using A to the Z in the shoot interviews, he legit, I was there. Yo, why does he have that accent and he from Minnesota?
Because the drugs things.
Yeah, I'm like, he sound like he from Cali. Well, I'm glad he cleaned up and he lives in Cali now. But it's just the fact that he sounds like he from Cali. He from Minnesota.
And he's not gonna do the work for like, we were going down to the bar. We had a mean steamboat. Me and Ricky, we'd have a 4-star mesh and we'd go down to the bar.
He claimed he from Charlotte. He claimed he from Minnesota. Space Mountain. I don't know where the fuck Ric Flair from.
Nah, he is Space Mountain.
Motherfucker, mine is Space Mountain. He posted the title yesterday. Like, bruh, that was fucking 30 years ago when you had that shit.
So if they make a second movie.
They made the second movie in the first movie.
No, that's what I'm saying, because there's 4 games, right?
Yeah.
And they combined elements kind of like the first of all of them. And that's what they can probably do again, because they introduce his brother, which is a big part, right, of the story at the end.
Yeah, but that's the third one when they talk about his brother, and then the fourth one as well.
Yeah, so they'll probably, that's what the sequel will be. They'll cast someone to play, Chris Evans to fucking play Tom Holland's brother.
Donnie Wahlberg. He might have fucking
Jake Gyllenhaal will fucking play Tom Holland's brother.
Of course, because he always wanted to get a check.
Hey, don't you fucking dare pass Jake Gyllenhaal.
Am I wrong? I'm not hating about getting a check. I'll do stupid shit to get a check. If I was in the entertainment industry, well, I am. But if I was in the film industry.
Well, you would send me that thing where he apparently took the camera. Like I said, he probably took the camera from Michael Bay to be like, here, we can get a better angle of this scene, because a lot of the footage in Ambient Alliance looks like the camera's right in front of you. Like,
yeah.
like it's
that shit gonna
right
be hard to watch, bro. Just because the motherfucker, it's gonna feel like 3D and it's not 3D.
Because they're literally in the ambulance, as LL Cool J would say.
Nah, he took the camera. You know what? Michael Bay was like, he probably did the Vince McMahon thing. Fucking grab the ring. Grab it.
That's what I also thought too. Like, maybe Jake Gyllenhaal will make a movie one day. That wouldn't surprise me. But those were our hard fucking pass of the week. Banks is just more out of that. I mean, he's mad that these games they tarnishing the legacy.
But video game movies are not always good, so I can't be too mad about that.
I think if I'm not mistaken, it's a 39 on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, it's Rotten Tomatoes. They some hate motherfuckers anyway. It's rare that I see good reviews. I think fucking The Godfather is the only movie with good reviews on Rotten Tomatoes. Even that, I think, is low.
But you know, and shout out to Ruben Fleischer. He still gets to get out. He still gets to make movies for Hollywood. He's not going to go back into Hollywood jail for this one. So
yeah, because it made his money. But if it didn't, like you said, he would have been out of here, pal.
They would have. You talk about the 360 deal, like he'd have no deal.
Yeah, no. He's
for life. What do you want to do? You want to do Peacemaker next, or do you want to do Genius?
Let's talk about Peacemaker.
All right, you mean the best show, the best goddamn show on television?
Show of the decade. Even though it's only been 2 years since we've been in this decade. It's been fucked up the past 2 years. It's been all right. Anyhow, this is definitely the best show of the decade. You know what's crazy? So I went back to watch The Suicide Squad last night. I got to finish it, but obviously I've seen it before and we talked about it. I forgot that the two characters that's in Peacemaker was in the movie. I was like, oh shit, they wasn't this.
No, being Hardcore and Economist.
Yeah, I had to Diebeard
and Prussia.
Yeah, hey, listen, March 1st, I'll get my review about her.
Okay, but no, I mean, that you can see that's why James Gunn was like, we have something here for a show. Much like Dave Bautista, he had fallen in love with John Cena's ability to act, be dramatic, be funny, be a badass, all of it. And Steve Agee, he's close friends with, Steve Agee had a role in Guardians of the Galaxy 2. He might have had a small role in the first one as well, and then he's dating Jennifer Holland, who plays Harcourt. So it was funny to take, again, the two characters that are in the room watching the mission happen and then throw them into the field as punishment due to their actions at the end of the Suicide Squad. Mm-hmm. That's now that the season's over, I might watch the Suicide Squad and then run back the season of Peacemaker. Even though the season one opens up with that quick review of what happened in the Suicide Squad, and it shows like all the clips of Christopher Smith, aka the Peacemaker, the mission on Corto Maltese, Economist and Hardcore and all that.
Yeah, that's why I went back and did it, because it was just like, all right, I got some time to kill. Let me go back and see how, everything that took place in the Suicide Squad to get to Peacemaker. And I shouldn't have did that before I actually watched the Peacemaker, but I was like, all right, let me do it.
I had retained it. I can, because sometimes my mind will just like remember stuff, and I still have a good memory. But even though I feel like I'm going insane with something, I'm like, like what's happened? Like,
God bless me. Hey, that's because time is a concept, bro.
But no, I mean, last week's penultimate episode, where he and the White Dragon go face to face, they have a showdown. They have Shane McMahon, Mr. McMahon, WrestleMania X7 at the end of that episode.
You know what's so funny about that? In real life, Vince McMahon might be the White Dragon.
Oh, he is. He definitely is. Because again, look at the way they laugh.
Yeah. I take the goddamn ching chong.
No. But that episode, he had killed his father. Spoilers for anyone who hasn't. Hopefully you've been watching along again. This is the best show on TV, and we have so gets praises in the performance of John Cena as well. But shouts to Danielle Brooks as Adebayo. She killed it over the course of the season as well, especially in this last episode when she has the whole "because I'm made for this shit," and then she goes John Wick to save Harcourt, and then does the human torpedo. Human Tornado was a wrestler.
I was like, wait a minute, ain't that some worker?
Yeah. You remember? Did you ever see Nacho Libre? Do you know that he was in Nacho Libre?
No, I didn't know that. I seen Nacho Libre, but I didn't know that was
he's one of the wrestlers at the Battle Royal before the finale of the movie.
No, Nacho Libre is one of my favorite movies ever.
Stretchy pants.
I am singing at the party. We might do a watch along of that.
You talk about farting when he's about to jump on him and he farts before he does it.
You believe in science.
You should ask Big Mike. Big Mike loved Nacho Libre.
Nah, hey, we need to watch that, bro. That's one of my favorite movies ever. I might cry just because the
Do you remember when
filmography.
ECW had Nacho Libre on and they beat the shit out of him?
Nah,
They
you
didn't
talking
call him
about
that.
06?
Yeah.
I think I remember that.
I don't think they called him Nacho Libre, but they had the Jack Black Nacho Libre outfit on someone. I think Sandman just like fucking Singapore caved them to death like he did with the zombie and the Martian. No, they picked the zombie over the Martian. But yeah,
because that's around
crazy.
the time when TNN had like weird
That
matchups.
was sci-fi.
Was it sci-fi?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
06, yeah.
Didn't sci-fi have a show like that too? Like Pros
Which one?
versus Joes, except for they had like Vikings versus like ninjas, or I'm thinking about TNN.
No, Spike had Deadliest Warrior.
And that's when it was like the
pirate versus the knight. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And the pirate beat the knight because he threw sand in his eyes, and like the knight was blinded, and the pirate just shot him with the one bullet musket. Like,
I mean, if they would have had Johnny Depp's, Captain Jack Sparrow, just give him some wine, he'll lose. Where's the rum? The rum's all gone.
No, he said, why rum gone?
But where's the rum?
That's
those are my favorite movies ever, right? Some of them.
I know. We talked about. I love the first one, the second and the third one, and then the
second
fourth
one is
and
a
fifth.
masterpiece.
Don't do that.
No, the fourth and fifth. Hell, don't watch that. I'll take that back. Watch anybody's listening. Watch Pirates of the Caribbean 1 through 3, 4 and 5. Hell no, because they try to put that jabroni over in the fourth or the fifth one.
Who are you talking about?
The young dude that was in the fourth or the fifth one.
Sam Coughlin, Caglin, something like that.
They try to push that fucker to the moon. I ain't seen him since then.
Yeah, and then they did the same thing with the fifth one with Bretton Thwaites, who is now Dick Grayson on Titans.
There you go. That's what I'm thinking about.
Titans try to make some. I mean, Hollywood try to make again. These guys at Hollywood will keep trying to give chances to. Sam Worthington was one after Avatar. They put him in Clash of the Titans, and what else? Terminator. Which was the one Christian Bale was in? Salvation. There we go. Where he does the whole like, good for you. When that video came out of him yelling at the guy on the crew, do I get your fucking light?
Yeah, nah. They try to push him to the moon though.
No, but shouts to Hans Zimmer for going like all out on that Pirates of the Caribbean score. Dun 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 dun.
I like them though. Like I like him in the Titan show, but other than that, nah, they try to push him to the moon, bro. And that shit didn't work.
But no, back to Peacemaker. I mean, this was an epic finale. They had the whole bit about the let's drop the helmet. Let's have Eagly carry the helmet over. Basically, like it was a video game mission. Like you got to control the eagle, and he just like drops it off to the side.
I'm thinking about. So the beginning scene, I think I was gonna say from the Twitter account. This is how he gets the Emmy, being John Cena.
When it's a
yeah, no, that not that scene. It was the one after
when he confronts the dad in the forest, the ghost of the father.
Yeah, that and then
he's like, "I'm a figment of your imagination." He's like, "Oh yeah, you dumb fuck! You think I'm going to shoot you and make a noise? I'm going to use the blow dart."
But I said last week, the episode before this, that's what was like, all right, bro. Yeah, he could win the Emmy off this just because of the range of emotion.
Well, we think about what he's done over the course of the season. Like I said, he had the whole back and forth in the beginning with the guy at the hospital about like, Aquaman fucks fish. No, he doesn't. He does. I've seen it on Twitter. And like, you're the racist superhero. No, I'm not. And the back and forth with hardcore and all the stuff with Vigilante, and I mean the speech where he lifts off Joe Montana. That was great, obviously. Him singing the song with the fucking vibrator in his hand.
That was nasty.
And then him doing again, he literally each episode, even though it had a great cast and every member of the cast was phenomenal, he just was like the engine that kept all of it going because he played serious, he played hilarious, he again was the badass. When he has the fucking shield and he throws the shield and shoots it and it fucking like bounces and like kills the butterfly. Like that action scene when Hardcore, him, and Vigilante, the three of them that's basically like the Shield, just taking on all of the butterflies. That was insane. Him playing the piano, which was what Molly Cruz, No Way Home or something like that. Not No Way Home. Home Sweet Home, or was that Guns N' Roses? Either way, it's a white rock band from the 80s. He probably won't get an Emmy nomination, but he at least should. Especially with stuff at the end of this episode, like when him and when he tells Adebayo, like, besides Eagly, you're my BFF. And then she almost like cries. That was good. And then he goes and sees Hardcore, and she's like, I heard you've been out there every day. He's like, yeah. And like she starts to cry, like they touch hands. Like that was, and that's the will they won't they of like TV. We kind of talked about Moonlighting last week with Bruce Willis, and that dynamic of two characters that are opposed to each other, but will wind up together in the end. Guardians of the Galaxy had it because again, James Gunn with Star-Lord and Gamora. They have the great scene in the first one where they're dancing, and she's like, I know you, Peter Quill. And after like she puts a knife to him, he's like, whoa, I thought we were just dancing. And then he says in the second one when they're dancing on his father's planet that when is the Sam and Diane cheers, will they, won't they, gonna stop? So you can see in season 2, which is announced this week, after the record-breaking performance the season finale had on HBO Max, that him and Hardcore might finally become a thing, especially after he said, like, we just got to get it on. Like, I've been to prison. You got to help me out. Like,
hey, he was telling the truth that first episode.
Yeah. But then he had the threesome with Vigilante and the girl who was like, like, he's handsome. Like,
that man was a freak, boy, the first 2 episodes.
No, I loved it. It was amazing. But yeah, this has been my favorite show. And do you want to talk about the big cameos?
Yeah, but real quick, before we get to that, spoiler. 52-minute mark. Anybody that's listening right now, letting you know spoilers about Peacemaker and towards the end of this final episode. Letting you know about the cameos right now. So give it a couple seconds of dead air. Let you know. Spoilers begin now.
Who shows up, Banks?
Hey, the fish man showed up and he was
not me and Josh.
Yeah, not y'all fishes, but these 2 fishes.
2 dead fishes in the sea.
Yeah. The fish showed up, and then the flash fish showed up as well.
The fish main and the fast main.
Yeah. So the thing is, when he was like, what took y'all so long, you dicks? Like, right?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. So you watched it the day the episode comes out. I didn't watch it Thursday. I didn't have time after work. No,
I watched it on Friday.
Oh, you did? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Same thing. I didn't watch it till Friday night when I got home, and I had only seen a minor spoiler about a stunt double for Wonder Woman. So I was like, so I figured like, oh, they just had this, and I saw a picture of like silhouettes. So I was like, oh, they just had the appearance of the Justice League showing up. Which at the beginning of the episode, Adebayo calls her mom, Amanda Waller's like, can't you send in the Justice League to help us? Like, it's just us 5 against all of them. Like, we need help. They literally have like a giant space fucking cow creature, which is terrifying. Like, that's what I hate about like sci-fi creatures, is just like how terrifying they make them look. Especially when Economist says the whole thing like, holy shit, holy fucking shit, holy shit. Did you see that thing? Like,
right.
And then he has the great emotional speech about why did he dye his beard? And then, because, Peacemaker made fun of him, then he realized why he hears why he dyed it, and that he didn't think no one noticed until someone actually did. That was really sweet. And that's kind of the James Gunn thing about, Rocket Raccoon's the same way. Like, he hates all the Guardians until he realizes that he wants a family at the end. Mm-hmm. And Drax as well with Mantis in the second one. Like, and James Gunn kind of has that. That's why I'm a fan of his, especially his, blockbuster work. I never really saw much of the small stuff he did before Guardians. I did see Super, which was an interesting movie. Did you ever see that?
I think I did. Let me look it up.
Where Rainn Wilson, who was Dwight on The Office, is like a vigilante who wants to get his life.
Yeah.
That movie was insane.
It's been years though since I've seen that. Because it looked like they made that was $5.
Yeah, no, they did. But it has one of the craziest scenes where the guy cuts in line. He goes to his car, changes an outfit, grabs a wrench, and just like hits the guy on the head with a wrench, and the guy's head like splits open. Mm-hmm. And I was like, "Holy fucking shit!" Like,
I remember that, bro.
So check that out for anyone who's wondering about what else James Gunn has done. But I think he's a master at the blockbuster filmmaking with Guardians 1 and Guardians Volume 2, The Suicide Squad, and this show, obviously, which, as a movie, I think it would have worked, but I'm glad it was a TV show because it got to go into more of its characters, which is kind of the point of TV. If you have strong characters, save that for TV.
Mm-hmm. And then you can get more character development. Like, obviously, you can do it in a movie, but with time and people be able to sequence everything they just saw in increments every week, then I feel like you get more character development. That's probably like I watch TV shows more and more. So,
yeah. Again, the moment I'm talking about at the end with Hardcore, it was so beautiful when they touch hands while she's in the hospital after she had heard like he was waiting the whole time, because we saw over the course of the season of her being like repulsed by this jock alt-right bro who kind of seems like he has a heart of gold as well. He tried to hit on her instantly. He was like, just because I wear makeup, that means you can hit on me? Like, but then she sees as well that he gets along with Vigilante and Economist over the music, and then she gives him the gun with the dove on it, but it's the wrong way, but then he's still appreciative about it. He confides in her that he doesn't want to kill anymore. He's tired of it. So that, that again, that's the whole point of TV, is to have things culminate and all that. But season 2, I'm looking forward to it, obviously. Again, this show is on HBO Max, a phenomenal streaming service, which also has Euphoria. And last week's Euphoria was damn good television. Magnifique, as our friend Avery would say. Shouts to Avery.
I gotta watch that Zoe Kravitz show, or not that movie.
Oh, Kimmy, yeah, that by our guy Steven Soderbergh.
I don't know what it's about, but I'm gonna watch it.
It's basically the conversation. She hears a crime and has to piece it together.
Oh, I'm all in. Hey, that's movie of the year.
But then it's also like about COVID as well. I think COVID and I think police brutality or injustice, something like that. It's a whole mixture of things. It's written by David Koepp.
Damn it! So I gotta see real life shit. I watch movies to get away from real life shit.
No, it's not just you getting to watch Zoe Kravitz on a screen.
Fuck it. Hey, it's worth it. Fuck it. We gonna do it. Boy, that's the main reason why I'm going to. Ain't the main reason why, but that adds on to the money. I said, no, they casted her as Catwoman. Ain't no way I'm watching the Ken Rip, boy.
Nah, her in these trailers, I'm just every time it's like they show her in the suit, out of the suit, with this hair, that hair. I'm just like, God, as our friend Mr. Jefferson would say, God damn, like
pressure, bro. That's what I'm saying. So movie of the year. Nah, but
and again, Robert Pattinson and her are just looking at each other like, girl, like
they just like me.
I am horny. Or the hard. Shots
the oldest beat stable.
Yeah, with the one dance.
Nah, but him and Adebayo are the MVPs of the show.
I think everyone is.
Yeah, I like Adebayo as well, but I feel like those two, especially their chemistry, it's like
at times Vigilante is like too much, but he did have great moments with the him in prison. Which one of you cousin fucking Tiki Torch Karen bitches like that? But thinking he's a badass, but the whole best friend thing got too much at the end, or in some moments. But it was amazing when like he didn't realize it was him at first, and then he's like, "Wait a minute, aren't you so and so's kid brother?" Like,
that motherfucker work at Olive Garden too.
Yeah.
I thought he was gonna die in this episode, bro. That motherfucker got shot like
that's
twice.
The thing. That's the thing when they're in the hospital, like, dude, just go to the hospital. Like, no, I'm fine. And he collapsed like Shane McMahon at King of the Ring 2001. Like,
bro, he crashed the car on the episode before this one. because he was
Yeah,
exhausted. He got
I
shot,
think
stabbed.
he had a concussion as well as being stabbed and shot.
This motherfucker should be singing "In the Club" by 50 Cent, bro. He moving like 50. He moving like 50 in the game Bulletproof.
That was the first one, right?
Yeah. Did you
How
have
crazy
that?
was that? Like 50? No, I didn't. Unfortunately, I didn't have any others. No.
Your brothers didn't have it?
My dad said, "Get this." No, I'm kidding.
Oh no, he Big Mike definitely would have bought that game. 50 Cent Bulletproof.
No, he would have because my brother would have wanted it. My brother bought that game. Do you remember the game where about like where the raccoons? No, not the raccoons. The squirrels. Or chipmunks. No, chipmunks. Like they would throw bombs and say "fuck" or whatever it was.
Oh, you talking about Conker's Bad Fur Day?
Yeah.
Masterpiece.
My brother bought that when he was, I think, like 9 or 10.
I had that on the N64.
He started playing it. My dad heard it from the other room. He's like, "Nope, I'm taking this back to game crazy."
Bro,
He's like, "This is where I draw the line."
that game.
He had no problem. My brother playing like Medal of Honor or Call of Duty. Like, Daddy's like, "Nope, your mom will get mad if you come back to her house talking like this."
That shit was a little grotesque because I had it on the N64, like I said, and then I didn't know what it was.
It was the same thing when my dad bought me a Yu Hakusho DVD. I think it was Yu Hakusho the movie.
Mm-hmm.
And in the first 5 minutes, shit, what's the baby character's name again?
I know that show or that anime, but I can't think of it.
I always forget his name. But anyway, he says like "fuck this shit," or he says like that something in the movie. And my dad was like, "This isn't like the show on Cartoon Network." He was just like, so again, he's like, "You can't watch this movie now."
They give it up, bro. On the movies, the Yu Hakusho movie, they give it up. I'm like, God damn.
Because my dad sometimes would be like, the bar would be like here. So if it was, he'd have some limits. Like, this is okay, but once it got to like, nope, I can't allow this.
Yeah, no, he right for Conquer because
yeah,
my mom got me that game. It did. I remember I put it in. She had no clue what the fuck was going on, but I remember when they said the cuss word, I had to press the TV down low. Like,
yeah.
And then when they get to the Great Mighty Pooh part, I definitely was like, all right, bro, I gotta wait till she go to sleep or leave, bro. Play this.
Basically, I guess for my stepbrothers, that would be Five Nights at Freddy's would be their version of that. Yeah.
Hey, trust me, Trucker. I know, bro. Trust me. And I had it on the Xbox as well.
No, I said raccoon. There was Sly Fox, right? That was
That was on the PlayStation.
Yeah. No, but no, crazy video games back then, just insane.
They didn't have. That's like the last game that Rare. I'm about to get into this real nerd shit real quick.
Did you ever watch X Play?
Come on, bro.
Yeah, I was about to say, me and my brother would always watch X Play.
Bro,
My brother would be
TV.
My brother and I would be pissed when a game we wanted to play, like a sports game or a shooter game, would only get like a 3. But then they gave some like Japanese game where you just like float around and shit, like 4 stars. My brother would be like, "What's this?" Like,
Yeah. Hey man, y'all know about Final Fantasy. That's why X2. Y'all know about that. Y'all gotta play more Hey, anybody that's listening, play more JRPGs. Play more RPG games. Trust me. Like that's all I really play. It's shit like that and Yakuza, which is sort of something like a JRPG.
all right, you want to move on to Genius? Yeah, I'm eating these Lifesaver gummies right now.
Hey, no, it's dinner time for me, bro. I want y'all to know something. Podcasting is not easy for many reasons, but when you doing this shit all day and you don't get a chance to eat, it's like, all right,
We hungry.
Like a motherfucker. Yes.
Genius. Part 1. So you had watched it before I did. I just watched it like probably 3 hours ago, 4 hours ago. And what'd you say to me about Kanye West? And along with all the things going on in the last, like, not say 10 years, but the last 2 months.
It's no words to describe this individual. Like anybody that's seen a documentary, I I recommend watching it, even if you don't like
Yes.
Kanye West right now. Like he's been the biggest hill in music for the past 5 years at this point, ever since the Trump shit. But if you like him or don't like him, I respect the fact that he's been consistent about him as a person and individual. Like this the same dude. When you see him from 2002 to now, it's the same dude. He just fucking multi-billionaire up or whatever. But it's the same dude. That weird fucking laugh that he does, I hate that shit. That's that maniacal shit. Like after he say something, he laughs. It's like some Jimmy Fallon shit. But I hate that shit. Like he don't even be joking and he'll say something and he'll laugh afterwards. That's what I do hate about it. But he spoke everything into existence and then some. That's what's so scary. Like, if you need proof about the secret and speak it to existence, if you don't believe that shit or woo woo woo, watch this. Because everything he said he was gonna do, he did it and then some. This is 20 plus years ago. Like, that's what I got from it. That's what, because I've been knowing about Kanye West since 2001, since the Blueprint. Like that's when I first started like reading production credits, and I was like Kanye West and shit like that. And I didn't have the Fresh Adjustment mixtape that was that he put out previously when he was trying to get the deal around. No, he was with Rockefeller, but he was just like playing around with songs. And it was like Fresh Adjustment, so it's throwaways. But I didn't listen to that till like 04, 05 when I found out about that. But I remember when Through the Wire came out, and that shit was on MTV Jams. Once again, something else you don't know about, but it's not your fault. So ask Cal about MTV Jams. MTV Jams was a prominent thing where it's like, all right, we got the pop acts on here. We show a couple rappers, but it was a show with Cypher. Once again, that's some New York shit though, even though I'm from LA. So DJ Cypher.
Oh,
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah, Cypher Sounds. So he used to host that. That's how I found out about Wankster with 50 Cent in 03. That's how I found out about Through the Wire. I remember watching Through the Wire and I said, yo, who the fuck is this dude? Like, some people, like the guy that was from Ruckus Records on there, the VP, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Or not the VP, he's the A&R.
Something like he was the guy, again, his whole thing, he fights for Kanye West to get signed to Ruckus, but he said the higher-ups overruled him. He's like, I was fighting for you in there, but I didn't have final say.
Yeah, most of, like he said in Last Call, which is my top 3 favorite Kanye songs, like he said in Last Call on College Dropout, hey man, Rockefeller only niggas that help. It's legit. This is why he's so like this to Dame Dash, because Dame Dash is the only one legit believed in him. All these other people,
even though it seems like at first he probably wasn't. The whole what's interesting about this, especially this first part, is him post the Blueprint to him trying to get College Dropout, what will become College Dropout, on a label. He just wants to be on a label so he can then go make this album, which he already has something like Jesus Walks, All Falls Down, and then Family Business. He's like, I got these songs and I don't know, I want to put them on my own project, but no one wants to give me the chance to do it. And it seems like Dame Dash just wanted him as a producer. They're kind of giving him the runaround, like, we want you at Rockefeller, but not like as an artist. So that's why it's interesting. But then it seems like Dame Dash realizes that he does have the talent because he's willing to still do all of this into it. Like he believes in himself that much, like he can be great. And you don't want to be the guy that passed up on Kanye West, which is kind of like the whole point about him going here, him going there, and producing for everyone, producing for Mos Def, Talib Kweli. He says, like, I have this for DMX and all that. He's like, the guy wants my beat, but he won't pay me for it first. Like, all that. Like, it's everyone knows that he's that guy, but they just kind of want him at that same level because once he blows up, it's over.
Yeah. I'll be interested too if we have somebody on here that's older than me and we run this talk back, just because I was a teenager when that came out. You feel me? So I couldn't get, and this is me being in LA, obviously. So the radio is way different, obviously, because it's across the country. And this is before the internet really started getting cracking. Like I said, if I didn't have MTV Jams, there's no way I can get, the league on these artists that became megastars, like the 50 Cents, the Kanye West's. Shit, who else started crack? Well, everybody else. You know what's crazy? Now I'm thinking about it. Everybody else is kind of gone. Like we talk about Chingy a lot. I thought Chingy was next to him. Chingy ain't really here. Right there, just it'll be on the soundtrack every now and then. Obviously, like we saw on the timeline. But around that time, it's so many artists that from my teenage years that I still love from the nostalgia factor, they not here. Ain't no Phil Mob here. Going back talking about them. Ain't no Chingy here. Ain't no Murphy Lee. But this dude.
Well, that starts out in 1998 when it's when Cootie's like, I'm here at Jermaine Dupri's party. I got Murder Mace. I got Harlem World. And then here's my guy, Kanye West. He's a producer. And like he surpassed all those guys come 2002. I know like Mace had the stuff where like he went away and then came back. But again, at the top of the rap game in 02, it's what? Jay-Z, Nelly, Ludacris, what? Who else?
Yeah, because Nas wasn't really there.
Snoop. Did he just sign with Master P at that time? Or
nah, he went to Priority. He left No Limit and went to Priority do his own thing. So
okay.
What was his name? I forgot. Dog Pound, I think it was his record. I forgot his record label, but that's when he put out the album that had Beautiful on it, paid the cost to be the boss. So yeah, I'm thinking about it right now because around that time it was like if you're a one-hit wonder, you're gonna crack for a year or two. But then the people, like you said, stayed around long enough. Scarface was selling units as well.
Who shows up at the end, right? To say, like, see what he has.
And gave me my favorite scene from the whole documentary.
Is that what you like, that scene? What's your favorite part from it so far?
Because Scarface, you know what I mean? I'm getting real musically. Like, I'm getting real. That's not even a word, but I'm getting real music nerd right now, which I rarely do. But with Scarface is in my top probably 5, 6 favorite rappers ever. I met Scarface and I was acting like a mark. Like I really marked out seeing him just because he's one of my favorite top 5, top 6 workers of all time. So, but Scarface is a prominent figure as far as like lyricism. Like if you get Joe Budden has said, many people have said, Jay-Z has said, like if you get the Scarface cosign as a lyricist, it's like, oh shit, I'm that dude. So that's why you can kind of see like Kanye West for him not being such a shy person, because obviously we seen the past 20 years how this dude is just in your face. You can't be shy in saying slavery was a choice and all the other crazy shit he said. But for him to even be a little shook around Scarface, who is an intimidating figure, he's not the, as far as height, he's not the biggest person. Yeah, he's not the biggest person. But you hear his voice. It's like God. Like that's what music is missing as a whole. Not even just rap. People with distinct voices, and you be like, okay, I know why they do that, because they voice, you hear it. So when they were in the studio, he's
man,
my fault. Yeah, my fucking equipment.
like cut the promo over Lifetime when my equipment fucked up. All right, cool. All right, so when they're in the studio, he was like, I'm trying to play you some songs real quick to get on.
Babe.
You see how it went from, like, initially he was there to get on the songs.
Mm-hmm.
You could tell, like, how he was just working them. But I've heard people say Scarface to do that. He'll work you. Like, all right, I might hop. He won't even say I'm going to get on the song. He'll just, like, want to hear what you got as a lyricist. And he probably like, why would I get on? Because it might take away from you. Not saying I won't outshine you, but it'll take away from you when I'm trying to get you to be as good as me. Whereas taking you through a story. It's just like cutting a promo. You work with me so it could take us this way to push the program.
Which is what happens when he plays in Family Business and he's like, what do you have for this so far? And he doesn't like, this is what I have. And he stops after like, that's all I have so far. And he's like, okay. And she's like, you have that one and that one. He's like, no, well, that's amazing. Then just leaves. He's like, you got it. Like, yeah, I don't need to be here.
Right. And then he was just like, you know what I mean? Send me whatever. Him saying send me whatever is, you can send it to me, but I'm not going to rap on it. Mm-hmm. And I think it took Kanye a little while to realize like, yo, he worked me, but it's not like he buried me. Cause you can get work. You know what I mean? I'm using a lot of wrestling terms, but that's how we got here. It's like you working me, but you're not burying me. You just, you know what I mean? You
It
cut
all
the promise.
applies because what happens in kind of the middle of the doc, this little interaction with Doug Infinite, who seemed to have been an influence on him,
Yeah,
is
him
kind
and
of
no ID.
mad. Is mad that he's not acknowledged in this piece that Kanye that's written about Kanye, because Kanye says, no ID found me and taught me. Doug Infinite all of a sudden goes to the radio station in Chicago, says, I also taught Kanye West. I was there too. He for some reason just chose not to say that, and then they have the whole interaction, and that could be a thing where like you didn't have to make a big deal. It's like so the wrestling mentality where you got heat kind of for no reason in a way because you said the wrong thing to the wrong guy on the wrong day.
Yeah, and the thing is with Doug Infinite, he did help, but no ID is the reason why we know about Kanye West.
Yeah,
it's
what
the
he
reason.
said was like, it's the thing where he knew Kanye West was going to blow up, so he was probably still hoping that like I can be linked to him somehow because No ID was already No ID. Doug Infinite just still in Chicago, and Doug Infinite said like, even when No ID was being funny with you, I was still rocking with you. Like don't.
And I feel like
don't forget that. Like
obviously this is why, hey man, anybody that's listening to me, the phones are tapped and you on footage with anything, like if people see your face, this shit is 20 years old and it came out.
Mm-hmm.
Never before seen footage. So what makes you think in this era shit won't come out 20 years from now? So that's why you got to be careful about the things that you record and say.
That's why it's always funny when like stuff like this happens and The Last Dance was the cause of this, because we kind of, when I had talked about the Beatles Get Back, there after The Last Dance there was a whole thing about we need a doc about stuff that includes never before seen footage, like, and that's what this is. That's what the Beatles Get Back was. What makes this better in that aspect is that, I mean, this was short. This was just 90 minutes. The Beatles Get Back, because it's a Peter Jackson thing, always has to be 2.5 fucking hours. So I was tired of them making the same song over and over because it was just that recording session to make the album Get Back. But they also cheated where they had audio tracks and they would sync tracks to just kind of small clips of them not mouthing the words, but like the Beatles in the studio. And I'm like, you're just kind of wasting my time. I want to see the actual them interacting. I don't want the audio track. Sure, that plays a part. Then like you just kind of stretched out this material you had, even though there was like, I think there was only 8 hours of footage or whatever. And then there was just more hours of audio. I'm like, just use the best footage, because the audio shit could have been used for a podcast or something, or whatever. You could have done something with that. So like cheat to have the audio play and then focus on other stuff. To me, that doc, which was good, but also just dragged in a lot of places. It was just really chronicling the rise of, I mean, not the right, but like him trying to get signed after the Blueprint. And interesting to see that, like, again, like this guy's documenting him the whole time.
And the thing is, it's informative, but the dude is so fucking entertaining, as we see. If you go to his IG, the shit that he does, you be like, yo, this son of a bitch is really crazy. But it's fucking, it's not supposed to be funny, but it's like, this dude is a walking comedian. Like, you know how they say comedians they're not up here.
Yeah.
It's like the tears of a sad clown. Like initially we sing like the tears of a sad clown with current Kanye West. But it's like, dude, this dude is like the greatest worker as far as promo wise in rap history, because he just works. Like when we talked about, like when we get to the stem player, it's like you always say like, this dude don't know what he's doing. This motherfucker goes and does something, and it's like it revolutionized the very core of what he's doing.
Well, what's funny is there's a scene where he goes into Rockefeller and he raps for the two women, like the two assistants or executive assistants or whatever. Like he raps what is All Falls Down.
Yeah.
But you would hear these stories in the past. Seth Rogen told them where he's like, I'm on vacation and we run into Kanye West, who's one of my favorite rappers. Kanye's like, do you want to hear my new album? And Seth Rogen's like, yeah, of course. He's like, what Kanye West does is put me and my wife in his car, and he raps the entire album. Like, he doesn't play, like, with the background music playing, he just raps the entire album to us.
Mm-hmm.
He does that with the 2 words in Most Def, like in the scene after the concert, right? He, like, Most Def does his part, and then Kanye West does it again. And then they're just in, like, the fucking green room with Wood Harris rapping 2 words. Like, that's him being, again, the entertaining figure he is, just probably not being able to turn it off unless he's around his mother. And that's the part when you get to that, after the first hour, and they go see Donda West.
That was hard to watch.
Hard to watch because given what happened with her, and everyone always kind of says what's happened since her is why he is the way he is now, maybe, which I can kind of relate to given my, a similar circumstance with myself. But you see also just like how he is around her is completely different. But then they also have great interaction when she's like, she sees his necklace with the angel on it, and she had said like, so you could have bought a house with this, right? Like they had that good back and forth. Again, like she knows him better than anyone else does. But it's a fascinating portrait again, and it's crazy just saying like that someone was documenting this the entire time and just didn't do anything with it like until now. Like they actually, it opens up with that 2020 Dominican Republic where he's like, yeah, I'm gonna go run for president. I'm like, this stupid motherfucker was like,
but he did it. He said he was gonna run for in 2016. He was like, yo, I'm gonna run for president. People thought,
but he says like, and I had my guy Cootie here making in this 7.5 hour documentary about myself that he's been making for the last 20 years, and we're trying to get that settled. Because I think they announced this in the fall of last year, just kind of like out of nowhere. It was just like, there's a 3-part documentary coming out about Kanye West. I've never first seen footage. I'm like, again, where does this fucking stuff come from? I'd always heard about
drive and stash the shit.
Well, it's different because growing up and I read a lot of Bill Simmons, and he had always referenced the Unseen Jordan doc. He's like, there was a whole camera crew following them that entire season in 97, 98, and no one saw the footage. It's literally in the NBA's vault. And he had said for years, like he had tried to get it, like we need to do something after he launched 30 for 30. And the funny thing is Connor Shell, who started 30 for 30 with Bill Simmons, is an executive producer on this. Mm-hmm. So it kind of brings that full circle. I think he might have had something to do with The Last Dance as well. But what are you hoping to see in part 2? Do you think it's just going to document this whole early era, or do you think we'll kind of get into the My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, Kim Ye?
It seemed like they're going all the way with it.
I just don't know how. Like, are the next 2 episodes going to be 2.5 hours each? Like, they spent a lot on him just trying to get a deal.
I think because at the end we saw like it looks like a mini trailer, and it looks like it's going all the way to Watch the Throne, maybe. But
which I would enjoy.
I don't know, man. You know what? Honestly, with me, if they just get to the part, just get me to 2005 with late registration. I'm good. I don't need to see anything after that. Like I'll be honest with you, when they start, if they get to the part where he loses mom, I'm probably not gonna watch.
Well, that's in the beginning. They had, like the montage of like basically the life of Kanye West from like they have all the footage of him as a kid. It cuts to like him, like portraits of him as growing up, and then it cuts to I'm gonna let you finish, but give me a second. Beyonce had the best video of all time, and it cuts to him and now and everything. I do agree it'd be tough. There is more Donda coming up, as you can tell, because like you said, that mini trailer at the end also seems like they're going to be documenting the through the wire aspect, because right now he's talking with the retainers in.
That was my favorite part in the studio with Scarface. He was like, Scarface said, "What the fuck is that?"
He's like, "What are those shits?" He's like, "Oh, those are my retainers." He's like, "The fuck you doing with
that shit? Don't go up there." That shit had me in hysteria.
Yeah, but like he says, each person like, "I can't rap with these. I gotta take these out." Like,
and just put them up there, bro. Like
he's got good. That's what I'm crazy. I'm like, wait a minute. I'm like, he had great teeth before. like, damn, that would have pissed me off too if I had great teeth and then I get in a fucking car accident that fucking has my entire jaw wired and I need
I got some big ass teeth.
a whole.
What Pitbull said in Chappelle show, you got dolphin teeth.
You got dolphin teeth. Look at it. He said he never wanted to see no one see him shine. Motherfucker look shiny to me. This motherfucker that put my gas on the way up. Oh my god, look at him. Look at him.
Kanye has some big ass teeth, boy. I said, God damn, bro. But no, it's just, you know, in my final thoughts of this segment, just like, hey, words are powerful, man. People think this shit is a game. Like, you say shit and motherfuckers just think like, oh, you say stuff and then it won't happen. Like, if you say it and do it, this shit, like, if you need proof, here it is. This motherfucker said what he was gonna do and he did it and then some. Like, you can't.
Yeah,
I don't know what to say.
The whole time he says, I want to be on Rockefeller. Even when Rock is like almost 80% going to happen, it seems, because like Talib Kweli and Mos Def are cool with him. The guy in the company likes him. But at the end he's like, but I still want to be at Rockefeller. That's why, because it's like that's the I want to be in WWE. I don't want to be in Ring of Honor. I want to be there because that's where it's at. That's where the biggest star is. I'll be a superstar there. And he was already said, like, I don't care if I have to be under Jay-Z. Like, that's not going to hurt you. You're literally the next guy to Jay-Z. Like, what's wrong with that? Which we talked about before. Again, everything always relates to wrestling because that's just kind of like, it makes the world make sense. Like, where you say, like, why should anyone be mad at Drew Gulak for getting a steady check? Like, he's on TV every week chasing 24/7 time. Like, he's making a living. He doesn't have to go travel, you know, to this show in Idaho, to this show where there's no food. I mean, there might be footage, but like it's when the income is different. It's just, you know,
when you're doing something, you always aim for the top. Like, I never understood that mindset of, yo, I'm just content here. It's the same thing. Like I said on IG, and I've been saying for years about this podcast shit or anything I've done in life. Like, bro, I'm not content with, all right, this is cool. Like, nah, because then at this point, it's a hobby. And my hobby would be to shut the fuck up. You got to always inspire to go to another level. Because why not? If you're using your time, your energy, you putting your all into something and you enjoying it, why not go all the way with it to another level? Especially if you working. If you wasn't working, then it'd be like, all right, it's a hobby. You just doing whatever. But when you actually working, like with us doing this podcast shit, your mind gonna be like, fuck, why not go to another level? You always got to challenge yourself in life. Maybe this is a way for him to psych himself up to go to these levels. Like, imagine if he just said, yeah, I would just want to be a Grammy-winning artist. That happens. It's fucking fun. I ain't heard fun in 15 years, and they won a Grammy for Album of the Year. Where the fuck is fun at?
No, don't forget Beck beat Beyonce when she had Lemonade, and people were like, I think Kanye West said the whole thing, like, fucking Beck? He was like, no offense to Beck, I like Beck, but like, what the fuck?
That's what I'm saying. So it's like, it's these artists that you don't.
But he's the guy who didn't the first three win Grammys? Didn't college dropout, late registration, and graduation? Didn't he dominate each time he went? The first until
him and his big brother, as he called him, Jay-Z, are like neck and neck as it comes to like Grammy winning rappers. Like, yo, Kanye's won so many Grammys, he pissed in the toilet. Did we forget about that in 2020?
I mean, we'll do, maybe when this is done, we'll do a wrap up of like the craziest moments because we're not really talking about what's gone on in the last.
Oh, you got 4 hours of free time? Bet.
That's we've talked about before. I mean, there is like a Kanye West pod, and we don't want to steal from that, but just
no, it's not stealing from them because they about to go to Miami tomorrow and interview with him.
No, but I mean, like, we wanted, like, again, like, my guy made a whole fucking movie about Cruel Summer with Aziz Ansari, Kid Cudi, and like no one saw that except the 30 people at the special screening because it had the 8 screens around it. Like, where, like, I want, like, what happened with that movie? Like,
he does a lot of things on impulse, as we see too.
Mm-hmm.
Like when they was in the car, obviously you want your respect, so he was just like, "Nah, let's go pull up on them." His homeboys like, "Let's go pull up on them." Okay, let's go pull up on Ruth. So it's like he really acts on impulse. I feel like anything he posts or anything he says is on impulse, and then he thinks about it later, like, shit, I said that. But the excuse now is like, God, help me not do it anymore. Which you feel me, like you want to do it. And then the thing he said about being a superhero, like when you got all these problems, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna say I'm in that category, but I understand when you just have a certain mindset to do shit. It's like a superhero, like you got some type of Achilles heel or some fucked up shit
Yeah, if
about
he
you.
did the whole like, yeah, I'm bipolar. That's my fucking superpower. Like,
It you to get to where he at and the things he does, you can't be all the way there because you saying this shit and you imagining it and it happens. Like you can't be all the way there to continue to
it's
do this shit. Like he don't have to challenge himself. If he's saying he
no.
8 billion up, why the fuck am I putting out another album
Didn't
and I
he
have
say
put a
he
great
was
one?
$300 million in debt just 6 years ago?
But that's what I'm saying. He could have quit then.
No, I
It
know
just
that was just funny when he said, "I'm like, how?"
trying to do shit his independence, and that's how we got to the point where you at
Well, no,
now.
I was like, maybe every song doesn't need 2 expensive samples. Maybe let's dial that back a bit.
But how do you tell somebody like that?
No,
dial
I
it
understand.
back? Yeah,
No, I understand. Because even that's the whole thing. Like, I respect him as like creative genius. Because like when I even make these highlight videos for Twitter, I'm like, the restraints, I can't deal with them. Like, there's so much more I want to do, but I can't. Like,
but you do as much as you can. Like anytime I edit a video, anytime I do sound, it's just like dog. Like that's the thing about going back to Drake. It's a reason why we don't have 15 albums from Drake.
well, of him, it's the ultimate like nothing. Like Eminem said, like nothing's perfect to him.
And that's
Kanye West is not like that at all. To him, like everything is. Even the wrong stuff is. Like,
but that's what I'm saying. It's two different type of superheroes, bruh. Sometimes it's Batman, sometimes it's Superman.
Yeah.
Like if I got to break a couple buildings over people's head,
Okay.
and I'm Superman, the win, that's what it is. That was the fucked up way to do it, but we did. Kanye West. Dr. Dre's more so Batman. Well, let's be tactful, and this is how we get these wins.
Superman, you saved the city in the Empress. Look at all these fucking buildings. Who's going to clean this shit up? And Superman's like, well, you're welcome. Maybe you know what? Maybe I should let my alien invader brother just fucking rule over us and not do shit. Then you're like, oh shit, help us now.
And I feel like that's how Kanye West go about his logic. Like,
like I said, we will probably do something at the end where we have our favorite moments or songs. Just kind of because we had kind of talked about it. We had kind of talked about it previously about you, old Kanye, versus me, new Kanye, in terms of the first 3 albums versus the 3 albums after that.
hey, listen, anybody that's listening, that episode about to be 3 hours, so get ready.
I mean,
Make sure
most
you
of our episodes
subscribe.
are 3 hours anyway. We've been trying to get them to the 210, 230 range, but
No, we've been mastering that. We've been mastering that 2-hour range. That's cool for a podcast. Like, yeah, we get to about 220 tops. So, but it's just certain occasions, people. If you first time subscribers here, thank you for being here as well. Like, subscribe, and all that on YouTube, Spotify, Apple. But we used to do 3-hour episodes. Now we at the 220. But
3 hours or whenever we do commentary, just because we always pick long shit to commentate over. Like I said, The Dark Knight and The Dark Knight Rises commentary tracks will be coming because of the Batman opening weekend. We have a special review planned, so we most likely won't be reviewing that movie opening weekend, unless a small mini review of like 2 thumbs up or 1 thumbs up, 1 thumbs down, or maybe both thumbs down in a rare. So you never know. Both of us thought we would love F9. We talked about it a full fucking year, and then when we got it, we're like, man, this shit sucks.
But you know what's crazy? Like we talked about on air. It was just like a couple days before. It was like a weird energy. I was like, I think this movie gonna be bad.
I think you had said, watch this be bad. And I said, Banks, this movie can't be bad because John Cena's in it. And I can't have John Cena be in the worst Fast and Furious movie. And that's what happened.
It was just a weird buildup. And I was like, oh no, something about to go bad, bro.
No,
I just felt it.
I think we had waited so long. Like I said, anticipation can hurt so much because you can build it up to be the greatest thing in the world. And then when you finally get it, you're like, that's what it was. That's it. Like, that's what I was so excited for. Because I think we had at that point we had already pieced so much together of what was going to happen, and then it was just underwhelming as well. And that's what I was trying to say about Batman with everyone. Like, I said, let's keep our composure. This looks good, but then when they're showing more, let's dial it back. Like everyone, like I said, they saw that scene, him at the funeral, and I was like, oh my god, this is amazing. I'm like, this shit's okay. It's just a random scene in probably the middle of a 2 hour and 55-minute movie. It's not like the Spider-Man trailer was when they showed all this. And then the whole time we're like, don't forget, Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield are going to be in this movie, supposedly. And they were. But speaking of big-time movies, the Super Bowl trailers. We had recorded last Sunday, but we had forgot to talk about Nope before we started to record, which is the new film from Jordan Peele. You and I are both into this. I know Cal is as well. When we have Cal in a couple weeks, maybe we can talk about Jordan Peele's movies, as well as our Oscars, which is what we'll be talking about. But what did you think of the Nope trailer?
It looks good. You feel me? Like you said, I hope it's not like some M. Night Shyamalan plot twist shit, but it looks good. I'm definitely gonna tap in. That little Easter egg of the couch from Get Out was in there, so maybe it's like I'm starting to think, you know how they did M. Night Shyamalan with Glass and I forgot the first movie, but I feel like everything ties in. It might be the same universe. Yeah, it might be everything might be in the same universe. That's what I'm starting to get the ideal about, which I'm not gonna be mad about if that is the whole thing. Like Nope and what's the other movie he had come out? Us. Maybe that's all in the same place. I'm perfectly fine with that.
It probably won't, given how Us ended, unless this would take place maybe a few years after or something.
Yeah, and it could be something like the alien invasions. Like,
what's what this is allegedly supposed to be? Like, it seems like it's a cloud as a UFO that is sucking people up and then sending people down as well.
See,
yeah, I just because Us was straightforward in terms of the trailer. It was like there are evil doppelgangers, but then the unfortunate part about that was when you saw the movie and they didn't explain why they came to be. That's what was frustrating about it. Like, how does everyone have an evil doppelganger? Like, make that make sense.
Well, it could be what's the old movie from like the 50s? God damn it, I'll think of it later and I'll probably tweet it out from the account. But it's basically like the whole, like you said,
invasion of the body snatchers? No, that's aliens. That's aliens taking form, like taking the human skin. Us was, like I said, it starts out that whole thing about like the underground tunnels, like all across the US are underground tunnels and pathways and no one knows why or where they lead to. But that's where, like, so the whole point of the tunnels is where the evil doppelgangers would roam around, because don't forget, like, they mirrored what the people upstairs would do. Mm-hmm. Like when she dances in the underground tunnel. That's why I was pissed off about that, because the first hour of that movie is good when it builds up her character's anxiety of going to the fucking Santa Cruz Beach boardwalk. Did you ever see those commercials growing up?
Yeah.
I say it would make sense for us being California natives. Like, I want to go to the place where I belong. In the warm California sun.
I've never been to Santa Cruz.
Neither have I. Crazy enough. Like, my family, I think, was supposed to go one time and we didn't.
They saved you, because there'll be another Davis walking around.
That's the thing. I had seen that movie with Major Pain, and I kind of knew the twist coming up when I first saw it. It's that thing where not because like, oh, you can write movies, not like, no, it's when you see a lot of movies, you know the spot call. It's you know when Tetsuya United is going to go for the destino, you can counter it. It's basically that. So I knew the big twist of Us when that had happened. But it was still masterfully done with that. I mean, like how they did it, and then. But like that movie was just, it wasn't as good as Get Out, which was pretty not cut. It was just pretty straightforward. Like they use hypnosis and then cut their brains open to swap them out. Like that's almost really Invasion of the Body Snatchers in that way. But with this, I mean, the stuff about the horses, the Hollywood horses, is interesting. With Daniel Kaluuya and Keke Palmer.
Pressure.
But yeah, I mean, if it's just like the cloud, I mean, the cloud is a UFO, and I'm not gonna be mad at it. It's just how they're gonna explain it is what I'm looks like. They didn't have to go to like. It was just again straightforward hypnosis, and he was in the sunken place. But it's like, well, you'd imagine if you were hypnotized, it would feel like you're somewhere else. And she almost kind of like tricks him to go back there because she's like, "What's the worst memory you can think of?" And
Yo, what if? But that's what I'm saying. What if from Get Out, the whites? What if they aliens? And then you got, and then us. It's the same alien species or whatever.
No, I don't think it was like that. I think it's his style is very interesting because it seems realistic, but then
I've never been hypnotized by a white woman.
Trish Stratus.
Continue.
Can you repeat the question? You're like, next topic.
Yeah, you got me on that.
Come
on, titty.
That's when you're like, God, I hate this motherfucker. Like, God.
Yeah, I'm like, you got it. You hit me with the lariat, bro.
Yeah. But no, like I said, I'm looking forward to it. It's weird. It's going to be a summer movie, which makes sense because I think this is kind of him going blockbuster director because it's shot by Hoyt Van Hoytema, who did a lot of Chris Nolan's previous films. So it kind of has that big epic scale look. Daniel Kaluuya riding the horse, like the cloud coming up and all that. I'm like, this man's making like a big movie. I mean, because Get Out was a small movie that did numbers. So he got a bigger budget to do Us. And Us was just a sophomore slump. He was Rookie of the Year with Get Out. Us, yeah, you hit the wall. Everyone figures you out the next year. So this is interesting to see going forward. If it's going to be bad, money on this one. It's got to make his money or it's got to be good. It has to be one of the. He can survive with one. If it gets good critical reception, that's all right. People continue to fund him like a Paul Thomas Anderson. His movies fucking barely make any money. Yeah. But he always gets the critical acclaim. Even though he always goes home empty-handed, it's you want the movie that has the chance to win an Oscar.
Exactly. But he definitely got to make his money this time.
And Universal's hoping so as well. I don't think this will be on Peacock while also in theater release. They're hoping this makes money at the box office.
Nah, because they're not doing like the 557 movie or whatever. The 227, whatever.
Oh, the 355?
Yeah, I'm going to watch that eventually. Don't. Nah, Lupita Nyong'o in there. I got to watch that. Her and Jessica Chastain.
See, there you go. There's enough.
March 1st.
We also got all right, so this one's the big one.
No. Let's get to the other shit.
Okay, let's go with should I go when Hulu responded to me? Should I go with Deep Water?
Yeah, hey, Hulu. We'll take your money, but we looking for HBO Max endorsement.
So here's what happened. So there's this movie called Deep Water, but I'm going to refer to it as the Finn Balor accent. I'm going to take you out to the deep water. And I'm
loser just like me.
Stop.
Drown all your sorrows and loserism.
And I'm going to drown you. Why is he from the southern part of Ireland?
They must be losers out there.
But this movie was made by Adrian Lyne, who did 9.5 Weeks, which is a fucking god-awful movie. Fuck, that movie's bad.
What is it about?
It was in the 80s. It was Mickey Rourke when he was still handsome. It was Kim Basinger before Batman. It's basically what went on to become
Mickey Rourke looked like Kim Basinger now.
Now, yeah. I think they both got the same work. The same guy who did, yeah. But it became 50 Shades of Grey, basically. Like this rich guy wants this woman to be his submissive. But it's just crazy. At the end, she dresses like there's a scene where she dresses like a man, and like they are making out, and like they're on the run from a gang all of a sudden. It's just batshit crazy. The whole famous part was like the ice, like he rubs ice on her body. It was just it's the Adrian line that he would then do a Fatal Attraction.
He
I
stole
never
that
saw
from R&B singers. The ice on the chest.
That's from the 80s.
No, that's
You
a
think-
yeah. R&B singers talking about.
Oh,
Baby,
okay.
I put the ice on you.
What do you,
Baby,
Nat
I
King
put the
Cole when
whipped cream.
Chappelle's like, and I'm pouring champagne on your titties. He's like,
Hey, other Zill. That's hilarious.
that would. They
You
just,
got it.
no prosthetics, no nothing. Just show up on
Done.
set.
Put that motherfucker. Just paint them brown.
You
Doodle
know what,
brown
I'll-
suit.
You know what? On the at the BVD pod, I'll put the fantasy casting I did for Ben Affleck's Batman universe that
Don't do
never
it.
came to be. No, I'll do it because it can't happen now.
All
But
right.
I'll do it.
How you know? All right, Ben, go ahead. Go ahead. Then you're going to be like, the phones is tapped. I quit. All right? Because you
They
doing
already
everything
got tapped because John Kreese showed up on AEW. You told Britt Baker sweep the leg.
Hey, bro, yeah, that shit was like, all right, bro, something going on now. When I saw that,
No,
something is
people,
going on.
I'm not booking for AEW because if I did, Tony Khan would have fired me like he did Cody Rhodes.
Let me tell y'all something. I was booking AEW. He already know my moves.
Jake Cargill, you get all the belts. You beating the
100%.
men, you beating the women, you beating every fucking body.
That's it. I'm giving her goddamn NBA contract.
You're gonna be
A
on
max
TV.
deal.
You can get Chuck Seat. You can.
What else you want to do? You want to do claws? Hell yeah. You and Carucci need that. Both of y'all
Need
get
to see
NBA
Nash?
max money. Hey, Compton legend.
Is she?
Yeah, she from Compton.
All right. Where was I going?
But that ass is from Texas.
That's the name of the.
She thicker than goddamn two clouds, bro. Made out of peanut butter.
Damn. But no, and he also did Unfaithful. So Adrian Lyne was one of the architects of erotic thriller cinema. He went into retirement. He's like an 80-year-old fucking man now, and he made this movie during COVID with, or was it before? It might have been right before COVID with Ana de Armas and Ben Affleck, who went on to date each other while making the film, and sometime afterwards. So my guy Ben Affleck, the king,
Simp. The
the
simp.
king, the
Simp.
fucking king of sad boys.
Fucking simp.
But this movie, and it was co-written by Sam Levinson, the writer, director, creator, producer of Euphoria. It was based on a novel, but it's basically about a couple that kind of has an open relationship, and a person, one of the persons they're seeing dies, and then everything starts to unravel after that. So it's kind of that throwback erotic thriller. Basic Instinct being one of my favorite movies of all time. You know, I'm into that, and me being a freak bull, as you would say.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go further because we'll do that on the Reggae Boys. Shouts out to Josh and Troy. You got to head over there to hear that talk. But this movie was almost supposed to be in limbo because it was a Fox property. The Disney merger almost made it seem like they wanted nothing to do with it because it's an R-rated erotic thriller. So Hulu looks like they're getting it because a large amount of Hulu was owned by Fox and Disney. They kind of the most shares of, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
So it will be a Hulu original, much like Vacation Friends, which was supposed to be a Fox movie that became a Hulu movie. But they tweeted the trailer on, I believe it was a Monday or Tuesday. It might have been Monday because of Valentine's Day.
Yeah, I think it was on Monday.
And it was like Ana de Armas and Ben Affleck talking. Then she slides his hand down the border, and then they start making noise. Like he starts breathing heavy, like he's fighting Bane. Like,
Yeah, I hate when they do that in movies when they about to have a freak scene. Motherfuckers be out here like they about to have a heart attack. Yeah, like goddamn, boy.
You've
Now-
never done that in real life?
Let me meet Jay Cargill.
There was a time where I literally like almost couldn't breathe, but I also thought like I was on fire too. Like it was that good. Like
you need to get in the gym. That's what
I thought. No, not like I was. Just it was like a 7-star match was going on. Like,
But that's what I'm saying. You need to get in the gym before we go to Dallas.
but again, it was also like I was going to turn into the Human Torch all of a sudden because like I was so warm and it was just like nah. But anyway,
Shit, let me meet Megan Good or Regina Hall. I'm about. Come on, titty.
it just makes me reminds me of the Dane Cook bit where he's like, when he said actually like jacking off, and he's like, I'm sort of mumbling to myself like the Joker in Dark Knight was like, "Come on, hit me, come on, hit me." And he was like, and then we'll save that for later.
Say, that's like me when I used to watch some Sofia Castillo flicks.
And he's like, I thought I was gonna grow a snout and turn into like the Wolfman, like that was math this week.
Yeah, I said this nasty bastard.
See, now you know why I'd say this man's my other father. Because I somehow inadvertently learned it from him without never knowing the man.
Talking about Lex Diamond. I said, bro, if you don't get your nasty
No,
ass out of here.
he said, ain't that the skin down flick?
Yeah, your skin down. Hey, listen. Shout out to Roxy Reynolds. Keep up the good work.
But yeah, they said this movie will be on Hulu next month. And I said, let's fucking go. And then Hulu responded, we love the excitement. And I was just like, what the fuck?
You should have said, we love a check. And
fucking pay me.
yeah, we need a deal.
No, I did. I said, at the BB talk, at the BB pod. I mean, I'll be loyal to HBO Max. I'll say that. But
you
I
know
wouldn't
what?
mind.
No, fuck it. We a Hulu. We a Hulu podcast now.
But
hey, Snowfall comes out this week. Available on Hulu.
Well, on Hulu the next day. It's not FX on Hulu. Even though FX on Hulu doesn't exist anymore, but it's that thing where their shows will still be replayed on Hulu.
Hulu, cut the check, motherfucker.
But yeah, Deep Water. It'll be a bad movie. I'm just gonna say that, but I'm just looking forward to seeing my guy Ben Affleck. You know, and the woman who broke his heart. That made him go back to J-Lo, Ana de Armas. Yeah, they don't make erotic thrillers anymore. Maybe I should.
Yeah, since you a nasty little bastard, go ahead, make you a little
Jay Cargill. I'm gonna make a movie where it's Jay Cargill and Ryan Gosling.
You fucking bet not. It better
Jake Gyllenhaal is somehow gonna be involved. Like he said, he's chasing a check. He said, "Sign me up."
It's not fair. It should have been me, not him. That's all I'm gonna say, boy.
Now let's go to a movie that you're really looking forward to. You talked about it a few weeks ago. Hustle, the Adam Sandler basketball movie, which will be on Netflix. Because when we ran the Netflix movie slate, you said you were looking forward to this. But now we kind of got like the full length trailer. It looks somewhat better. But why did you like it? I mean, you were really hyped on Anthony Edwards, the basketball player, not the actor, being involved.
Yeah, shouts out to Ant-Man. Ant-Man in it. Hey, listen, it looked like some And1 street ball shit going on.
Yeah.
That's why this shit look fire.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. The scenes look well shot.
Yo, Robert Duvall, like 120 years old. Yeah, no, that's all it is. Look like some And1 street ball shit. They got Ant-Man in it. I'm trying to see who else in it. Shouts out to Adam Sandler for realizing that Ant about to be a star. That's how you know he really be watching basketball too.
Oh yeah.
Oh, LeBron produced it. LeBron.
That's why. That's why he did Uncut Gems, because him being a passionate basketball fan, apparently a phenomenal street ball player as well.
Nah, he be hooping with them big ass Angelo Dawkins shorts.
With the And1 shorts, yeah.
Yeah, he be
And1 shorts and a DCT.
He got Cal Lowry in here.
I'm sorry, who?
Cal Lowry.
Cal is in this movie?
Yeah, Cal. What's popping? Tobias Harris in this shit? Oh no, never mind. I don't want to see.
No, because it looks like he's trying to get the guy who wants Juan Hernan Gomez is playing a Sixers deal.
Why the fuck is Dog, he could have picked Will Barton. Will Barton would have been a better substitute.
That's why I told you that was my problem with the movie. Like, why are they picking Juan Hernan Gomez as the star of this movie? Like, he's 6'10". Of course he's gonna get a contract. Like, the whole point is
but he's trash at 6'10".
Well, besides that, but I mean the whole point of the movie is Will Smith. I mean, Jesus Christ. Why did I say Will Smith?
Hey man, he always on your mind.
That's why, because I'm just like, I'm thinking about him winning the Oscar and I'm gonna be like furious.
Hey, the Fresh Prince show.
No, talk about that in a minute.
Next,
because that was all over this. You want to wait till next week? Okay.
because I need you to watch the show.
I'm not gonna watch that show. Sorry.
Yeah,
I already said from the beginning I'm not watching it.
Me, Eve with Cody was talking about that shit earlier.
And that, I mean, well, the basketball scenes in that are supposed to be like it's supposed to be basketball centric because they're really focusing on Will playing basketball, whereas like it was kind of a side thing in Fresh Prince, right?
Right, you got to see it. Like I said,
No, I'm not.
the move.
All I just know, like, he does
about.
like a windmill, and Cody. I just saw Cody on Twitter going ape shit. Like he was like, "Did he do a windmill
Dog,
in a high school game?" Like,
dog, off one. He jumped one time. It was like Giannis. This motherfucker's still fast break. Took off, bruh. I don't give a fuck if you playing on a little mini basketball hoop. To do that shit, some NBA Street 3 shit is crazy, son. So I need to see Adam Sandler do this shit in the movie. I need him to do an NBA Street 3 type dunk.
I mean, this was the man that tried to convince us he played in the NFL in The Longest Yard. Ain't no way. Ain't no fucking way.
Yeah, because he bought 5'8".
He about 5'8". He was out of shape.
Like, bro, he made Drew Brees look like a fucking giant.
That's still an enjoyable movie.
Oh no, Longest Yard, one of my favorite movies ever. Baby back, baby back, baby back, bitch. Baby back, baby back.
I was doing that earlier. Then you said, I don't fuck with that shit. Look at
I did like, but he kept doing
well, it's the bank show.
The song is funny, but I got tired of that fucking robot.
But Hustle, when was the date for the movie?
You just say 2022.
Yeah, I didn't say anything. Okay, but we'll keep you updated on that. I mean, in terms of like when it comes out, we'll probably more likely talk about it. But like I said, the movie is about Adam Sandler playing an agent who's kind of like down on his luck, needs one more chance, and he finds Juan Hernan Gomez's character, who seems like a guy that isn't able to put it all together because of outside factors. That's the whole point. Like, do you want this? Because you have all the skill, but you have to want it. You have to live it, breathe it, all of it. That's how you're gonna be better than these guys and that guy. And he does like the whole. He basically tries to be like Mickey, like get up, you son of a bitch, come on. But
I would have preferred an Adam Sandler. So I would have preferred, because I feel like he played an agent before. He always plays something crooked.
He played a plastic surgeon and just go with it.
He done been the Click man, the Click commander.
I am the commander of all clicks.
Should we do a watch along for that since
for Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back? No. Oh, no, that's Clerks. No, we said one day we would do a Kevin Smith View Askew Universe appreciation pod.
But then we gotta do Dogma as well.
Oh, of course, I like Dogma.
Yeah, we gotta do Dogma. We gotta do Clerks.
I said, whose house? Run's house. I said, whose house?
I remember that.
Run's house.
We gotta do the Cop Out.
No, because that's not View Askew Universe. No. We'd have to get Kevin Smith on to talk about Cop Out.
Well, we spoke that since this was last year, so that's gonna happen eventually.
Well, basically taking the Dark Knight trilogy off his hands, because I don't think he ever finished that commentary journey.
No, he's done so many commentaries. I don't think he gives a shit.
But finally, like I said, the grand finale, the trailer of all trailers. Banks, what is it?
Hey man, Illuminati with my mind, soul, and my body. They fucking did it. So let me get real nerd real quick, in case y'all motherfuckers don't know. The Illuminati is comprised in the MC universe as Professor X, Reed Richards, Mr. Fantastic from the Fantastic Four, Black Bolt from the Inhumans, and you got Anthony Stark. It's gonna be Anthony Stark instead of Tony Stark because that some bitch is dead. Good riddance. So now you got Anthony Starks too. Now the rumor is it's supposed to be Tom Cruise because 2006 and whenever those rumors started out, he was supposed to be the original Iron Man. So now Anthony Starks is probably going to be Tom Cruise. Is this going to be more movies in the future? Hell fucking no.
Hell no.
Because if it's one thing,
and unless that's why he's ending the Mission Impossible franchise.
No. Tom Cruise is above the MC universe. they can't pay him enough money. They could pay him $50 million. Motherfucker,
It's also about him saying relevant though.
he ain't trying to do that shit. Now, if he do it, I'd be surprised, but I doubt it. It just appease the fans, and then they probably like, Tom, please, can you do it so these fucking marks? Yo, Marvel, where the camera at? Marvel fans, some of you motherfuckers are the biggest marks
Okay,
ever.
here we go.
Y'all worse than AEW marks, bruh. They about to give you
Meanwhile,
Go
y'all
ahead.
living, Batman versus Superman. That shit sucks.
It don't fucking matter. It's a great movie. I was
No,
about to
it's
say, I
not.
thought you were about to say something about the Batman. I'm like, hey,
And here you go, hyping up the Batman.
who in the movie?
I hope that shit's trash so I can smack you in your face.
I don't give a flying fuck. Who in the movie? Zoe Kravitz ain't in no Marvel movie. What's her name is though? She might. Nah, she ain't gonna be in this. Well, she might because Captain Marvel, but
Oh, Tiana Paris.
pressure.
Don't forget Elizabeth Olsen.
March 1st.
See, here y'all go with this march. Y'all frauds. Y'all ain't shit.
But this movie, listen, this is the cameo movie. This is what's the best way? This is a DJ Khaled movie. You just here for the features because
You say no one gives a shit about Doctor Strange?
they don't, bro. Shouts
I
out
know.
to X and Van that said it, and I was like, yeah, everybody agreed because all you hear about this movie is Deadpool's supposed to be in it. This person
No,
supposed to be in it.
I like the first Doctor Strange. I like Benedict Cumberbatch. I think he's good
I
as
do, but people give a fuck more so about the cameos because fickle. In the words of the great Daniel Bryan, fickle. You fucking fans, not even
Well, no,
just
it's-
Marvel fans, they fickle. They just want more. Oh, now we get Phase 4 and I get
I hear
to
you.
have the Fantastic Four and I love the Fantastic Four, so I'm gonna watch this shit. And I get X-Men, I get this. But then when the movie come out, well, they shouldn't have done this. They shouldn't shut your bitch ass up and just watch the movie or not watch the movie. That's what I'm saying. I'm talking about marks in general. I don't like marks. It's just like pro wrestling. This ain't good enough, and why they do this, and why Bobby. I understand taking a 16-hour flight, just a job. But my shoulder went out, motherfucker. It's part of the job, so I gotta do it. Why did he have to take the flight over there? Why did the Viking Raiders? You fuckers don't care about the Viking Raiders. I ain't cared about the Viking Raiders NXT. One of them got Sarah Logan. He don't care about himself. So I don't give a shit. But no, they got the Illuminati in here. Cool. But people like, what else? More. It's like the coach. God bless.
We need more.
We want more. It's just like that. It's just like the God bless his soul. The Bean commercial, like more.
And then when someone asks you all about fucking Batman vs Superman, you're like, see my CTE. Like
CTE is acting up. It's a reason why that little prick had to get his head shaved. But no, I like the plot, what they doing with it. Obviously, you're like, oh shit, I messed up. No, a lot of people messed up. But I messed up. So
that's the point. They're like, so they're like, see, like you messed up. He's like, listen, this kid, he came to me. He needed some help. I was trying to be a good mentor. The kid's surrogate father died, and then his aunts. We don't even know this kid anymore. Our memories are gone. Remember, like,
hey, this is all you're doing. My doing.
Yeah, that's the
Dr.
thing.
Strange.
It's like you did this for a guy we can't even remember anymore. They're like, who the fuck are we talking about?
Look, I didn't even think about that. Hold on. Let me do the Shannon Sharp point again. Like, bro, I didn't even think about that.
No, that's what it is. They're like, you meddled in things you shouldn't have. It's like, he's like, I was trying to help. Who was I trying to help?
But that's what I'm saying. I didn't even think about that. This is a flawed plot. A flawed plot. Like, bro, I just thought about that. If you can't remember why the timeline fucked up, why should I fix it? Like, damn, bro, I gotta fix this shit for what? Like, literally, they gotta come out the gate. Like, damn, I'm fixing this shit for what?
Well, that's why at the end I was like, wait, so no one can remember him. Like, how am I going for it? Like, does he just have to like reintroduce himself to everyone? Like,
But then that's when people go, well, like I put
call me sir, damn it.
We could probably put in Miles Morales now, and they could be like, well, this Spider-Man.
Well, I mean, it's just literally like something will have to happen in New York, and I'll have to come in, and they're like, who are you? He's like, I'm Spider-Man. They'd be like, who the fuck is Spider-Man?
Who the fuck is that guy? Who the fuck is that guy? It's literally
Yeah,
like, bro,
literally. Is that what it is, Spider-Man? Who the fuck is that guy?
That
That's
guy.
the fourth movie.
Yeah, it's gonna be Doctor Strange. Like, that's what I'm thinking about. It's like I gotta fix this
It's
shit.
literally the
or
whole time
what?
like, you look really familiar.
Or because we
That was
keep
the-
forgetting about Wanda. So maybe they gotta fix it because Wanda fucking up. Because,
I think it's a bit of both. Yeah.
like, damn, I gotta fix this shit because of Wanda. But what's the other reason why I gotta fix this shit?
Yeah. Yeah. It seems like, I mean,
Because she a goddamn simp. She want her fucking robot man back. He's fucking dead. You can go get another one of them roses. You can go get another one. You don't need that one. And then the fucking kids that never existed, now they gotta introduce them. And then fucking the fake Flash, I forgot his name. His son
Quicksilver.
bitch, he's dead. So I'm splitting just like he split. That's what she should say. It's like, dog. So now he gotta why Doctor Strange gotta go through all this? This motherfucker was making money as a surgeon. And now I gotta go through this shit after my hands was broken. I just wanted my woman back. Then they gotta play the what if shit. If y'all didn't see what if, then
I
I'm
still
gonna spoil
haven't.
it for you. Yeah, it's trash, but now you gotta watch it so you can understand why the fuck it's an evil Doctor Strange. That's what I'm saying. It's too much goddamn motherfucking gravy on the biscuit. I don't need all that shit.
Fuck,
Bro.
are you Jesse Festus?
Biscuits and gravy?
Biscuits and gravy!
Make me a man. Bro, it's like, dog, it's too much dip on the chip. Like, if I'm Doctor Strange, dude, dead serious.
Too
That's
much
why
peanut
Doctor
butter
Strange,
on the jelly.
dog, this is why Doctor Strange can't be black. Because black people, we get tired of doing stupid shit after a while. I'll be like, you know
Well,
what?
that's why Baron Mordo was like, you've done fucked up. You must be a stupid motherfucker to do this.
Dog, I
That's
would
why
quit
Wong.
that day.
That's why Wong is like, I see. That's why I'm splitting every time something happens.
Bro, hey, nah, he's still the MVP of Infinity War. He said, where you going? Wow. we ain't gonna see him to
when he just said, like, do I know you? Like, why are you asking? Like, Mr. Banner, like Dr. Banner, like, I don't fucking know you.
It started out with him trying to get a goddamn tuna sandwich. And then he
That's-
didn't get the sandwich. He did a little bit of fighting. And he said, you know what? He did it disappeared.
Yeah.
So now he got to come back
because
here.
Doctor Strange is like, you got any money? He's like, I got this. He's like, that ain't shit. You broke motherfucker.
Bro, so now I want to see how, you know what? All I give a fuck about is Hong's appearance, bro. Pause.
Wong.
Wong, Hong, Dong.
Don't do it.
Pause.
Don't do it. You were going no. You were going to White Dragon territory with that. No.
Yeah. Every time I go to Pet
Oh, my
no.
God.
So I'm looking forward to his appearance because I want to see if he gonna be like, you know what, I'm out of here. And then Doctor Strange be like, nah, no the fuck you ain't.
Yeah, it's a
Because he legit, he'll be like, all right, bro. Just like
no,
he
it definitely
did.
seems like he's playing more of a part in this because he's the current Sorcerer Supreme, remember? That was the whole point of No Way Home.
But then he has to explain why the fuck he always dipping. Like Shang-Chi, remember he just fought Abomination and then he just dipped. He socked him out and then just
basically
dipped.
Doctor Strange is like the cop, like, God damn it, you fucked up again. You got the city councilor, the fucking mayor, and the governor's on my ass. It's basically like Beverly Hills Cop, like, look at all the damage you did, Doctor Strange. Like, look at all this shit. All this for a gram of weed. Like, that's it. Like, all this because some 18-year-old boy wanted people to forget he was. Who the fuck was he? I can't even remember. Like,
no, imagine fucking up everything for Spider-Man, bro.
Because
this ain't Black Panther.
No. Legit, he helped save his life. Remember?
Fuck his life. This ain't. He ain't Black Panther. Black Panther got resources.
Ebony Maw had like the space needles pointing at him, and it was gonna torture him. And then Spider-Man and Iron Man saved him. So he basically owes him.
He owed Iron Man.
No, because don't forget Iron Man. Like, shit, if it was me, I would have shot his ass.
Iron Man was like, "Fuck this kid" the whole time until the end of the Infinity War. Then he was like, "Oh," and then even then he didn't feel bad. He just kept saying, "Mr. Stark, I don't want to leave," and then he was just like, "Fuck it."
No,
He didn't even talk. Yeah, I just thought
No,
about
don't-
Endgame. He wasn't talking about the kid. He was barely talking about Spider-Man.
no, that's the only reason he does it. Remember when he creates? He's like, I figured out time travel. She's like, oh, he's like, and she's like, do you really want to undo everything we have? And he's like, I kind of know that kid a lot. He's like, that kid.
Hey, yo, this Spider-Man trash. I just thought about
No,
this.
don't you do? You and I are gonna fight in person if this happens. I will run up on you and throw rock punches. Like,
Bruh. He done got his ass beat. He done lost his OG. He done lost his auntie that's fine as hell. He got motherfucking Farouk Slam by Green Goblin. He done fucked up the timeline. Hey, yo, fuck him, bruh.
no, leave him alone.
They be simping for this motherfucker. Oh, God, Peter, this motherfucker ain't got no squabbles. He ain't get stronger to the end. And then his
wobbly
OG,
wobbly.
he didn't run the fade properly. And then his OG.
No, look, at the end, he was doing what Peacemaker did. He was just throwing rights and lefts, like ah.
But then his OG stopped him from killing him. Why? Dog, the timeline fuck up. Let him kill Green Goblin. You know what? No Way Home don't even make sense now.
They had to send them home in that condition. Remember, they couldn't kill them.
No, but Strange said kill these motherfuckers. It's part of life, which is true. So now,
No, kill them. No, like you're killing them by sending them back.
no,
It's like right before they die.
yeah, but that's the thing. He said they gonna die anyway, bro. Let them die.
And she's like, I don't want to do that, but he also didn't want to take them their life. He never wanted to take a life either.
He
He's
wanted
a
to take
good
that
kid.
motherfucker life.
Well, yeah, after he killed his aunt, yeah.
So it would have fucked up the timeline
then,
even more. So now we be where we at right now. The timeline fucked
But
up.
then
anyway.
the vice president of the Pussy Posse had to be like, this is not the way.
Hey, listen, bro. I got what Denzel said. I better leave here with something. Everybody, your girl done forgot you.
No, blood in, blood out.
Cause yeah, your girl done forgot you.
Sangre.
Your girl done forgot you. She smoking crack on TV on HBO now. Counting her heartbeat and shit. Your man's he up here, he chilling, he going to college. Your other OG got to fix the timeline because of you. Like, dog, this motherfucker.
I wouldn't call
trash.
him. What do we call Dr. I mean,
That's his OG.
so his OGs are Iron Man, Doctor Strange, and then both Peter Parker.
Happy. And then Happy.
And then Happy.
He got
So
some fucked up OGs except for
So
Strange.
that's my version of Math, Fam, Cal, and you.
I ain't your OG because if that's the case,
You're definitely Happy.
no, I would be Iron Man.
Iron Man.
Yeah. Fuck this kid. Hey, Tony Stark is just trying to get at his auntie. That's my hot take for the day.
Of course he was. Look at her. Look at her.
But that's what I'm saying. He was like, I'm gonna be cool with this kid. It's just like when you a stepfather, like, I'm gonna be cool with this
Well,
kid.
don't forget at the time he wasn't seeing Pepper, so he saw her. He's like, man, your aunt is unusually hot.
Hey, I'm fucking. Well, I fuck with her just in general, but I'm fucking with her more than Gwyneth Paltrow crazy. That bitch is great.
No, that's not even a competition.
Why was she on the commercial? That's the commercial we need to talk about. Why the fuck was she sniffing her pussy candle?
No, she was just, that was a regular candle. I don't think that was even her.
Bullshit. Knowing her, she probably.
Should I tell you something?
We already here.
No. Do you want to know what the greatest no-sell in history is?
Most of the shit you do.
No. This top that. The Laps Fan podcast that I listened to. What show they just did? They did a show. Oh, Unforgiven 2006. They just did. And for some reason, they're talking about Bret Hart and Owen. And the one guy says to the other, why didn't Owen Hart induct Bret in 2006? There was a pause like that. And then the guy said, hang on, I was looking it up. I gotta send it to you. It was literally the funniest shit because it was dead air. Like, and he says, oh, I was looking it up. What? But I'm like, wow, you and I BRP, we could never top anything like that.
Y'all give me a second.
But literally, it was like no air, like dead air, like. Oh my god, it was amazing. But we're gonna be wrapping it up anyway. I'm looking forward to Doctor Strange. I mean, yeah, how are they gonna do everything they did in Spider-Man No Way Home, along with all this shit that Scarlet Witch apparently she's like, I'm gonna fuck shit up even more. Like,
Cause she is sent. Yo, all that over a robot, bruh. She get with me, she might fuck up the whole universe. My milk of magnesia. I must leave you now. It is Easter. Easter. Josh said on Easter we could talk to white women. That's his rule.
we all do that every day anyway.
No, that's just Josh. But he said I'm cool on Easter.
All right, let me see you and Jessica Chastain just walk by each other. How you not going?
Oh my God, he's a pit bull.
Jessica Chastain in Molly's game though is yes.
She be hitting. You know,
Yeah, but
I won't
her in
say
that
what else
movie,
is going
her in that movie is just yeah. Yeah, but that was I mean the other trailers during the Super Bowl really didn't matter. I mean they were selling.
Where's Beast
What was it?
Wars? Why they didn't show that trailer?
Oh yeah, but they had our man Tommy Lee Jones selling cars with Leslie Jones and Rashida Jones, and then Nick Jonas. Okay,
Hey man, Tommy Lee Jones is ready to get up out of here. That's all I'm
yeah,
gonna say.
I'm like, God damn, this man is 80-something years old.
He's just waiting for that. Hey, Slick. He waiting for God to be like, hey, Slick.
What's wrong, Slick? and I ain't talking about. I talking about this Slick.
The OG Slick Johnson. Shouts out to him. Hey, what if? Fuck are we here?
No, but I mean,
What if he get
Go
to the
ahead.
gates? Hey, I
Nope,
did
nope.
right by that person. God be like, I don't care.
Oh my god. No, basically, his version would probably be what the speech he gives at the end of No Country for Old Men. I'm forgetting what it was, but something about how he wakes up.
Oh yeah.
That good speech where and then I'll have to rewatch it after. It's a great speech.
He
Or
just
something about
he
it's
was,
something about a dream and the horse. Yeah.
yeah, he was just looking to the abyss as the
You know,
movie
it's like
ends.
and then I talk and I see my father or something like that. And then like say he just stares.
Yeah,
And
that's
so-
what I'm saying. And they close on that. And the
No, I mean,
horse is-
Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness, like you said, it'll be a lot of cameos. You can kind of
That's
see in
all
the
people-
trailer,
that's
kind
all-
of see in the trailer that they might have Haley Atwell as, you know, when she gets the super soldier serum because there's like the British shield and like the broken glass.
That's why I'm telling people to watch What If, just because it's all included.
But I'm looking forward to because yeah, I'm an MCU guy. I'm one of those nerds that you're talking about. Even though I don't pick it apart like that, I enjoy the films.
I'm a fucking nerd. Like,
No, I mean, because again, I don't read the comics to know what they because they always take parts from each comic.
and that's what I'm
And then-
saying. Like, they know how to book. These motherfuckers the greatest bookers
Yeah.
ever. So, like I said, the Illuminati. I forgot one member, Namor, who was gonna be in Wakanda Forever.
Mhm.
It all intertwined. So it's just funny how that booking is. So this comes out in May, but then Namor is gonna be in Wakanda Forever in November. I'm like, huh?
We'll see.
No, he's gonna be in it. It's
I
confirmed.
know, but I'm saying, I mean, if that movie still comes out in November,
Dog, that I'll talk about it off here because I've been talking about it. It's just like I feel 50-50 about it because it's like, dog.
and again, this is directed by Sam Raimi, the helmer of the original Spider-Man trilogy.
Yeah, they
along
keep
with-
saying it's gonna be scary. I ain't seen shit scary yet.
I think just mean by like his, it'll be scary for a Marvel movie is what it'll be. Like you already see like they have Scarlet Witch covered in blood. Like that really doesn't happen like that. Like I mean, Tony Stark had like, blood and a little bit in Iron Man 3, but like they don't have bleeding like that on someone's face where it's like almost Carrie-esque. But also like again, creatures because he did Evil Dead. the original 3 Evil Dead movies, along with Darkman, which I think is a classic to you.
Darkman.
Darkman with Liam Neeson. You never watched? I'm shocked you've never watched that.
No,
The superhero movie from the 90s.
Oh, I did see that long ass
Yeah.
time ago. Thank you. Yeah, because I thought about the cover. Yeah.
Yeah, he did
I know
that.
that was him.
Yeah, big time, horror director, and he took the reins from Scott Derrickson, who he couldn't do what he wanted, so they brought in Sam Raimi, and it's written by Michael Waldron, who was the showrunner for Loki. So again, all the multiverse with that as well. So I'm looking forward to it. And yeah, I can't think of anything else that happened. I mean, the Sonic. I didn't see the Sonic TV spot, but you did.
Hey,
You're
I'm
still
going to see the
looking forward
movie.
Yeah, you're still looking forward to that with Brixton Law as my name's Knuckles.
And he getting his own TV show now.
Who is
Knuckles.
really?
Yeah, I think it's supposed to be on Paramount Plus.
They gotta stop with it'd be Universal because the movie isn't the movie Universal.
Oh, it's Paramount. I don't know. They said it's gonna be on some streaming service.
They gotta stop with all these fucking TV shows.
Oh no,
Yes, I
Peacemaker
agree.
started this. They was like, oh no, if Peacemaker do it, we can do it.
No, that's different. I mean, like Matt Reeves wants to do the fucking Gotham cop show. I don't give a fuck about Gotham PD. And then now there's a
We
talk
don't give
about
a
the
fuck about
Catwoman.
cops in general.
Well, yeah, but now and then there's the talks of the Catwoman show with Zoe Kravitz, which would make sense because she has the time to do it. And of
Show
course,
the
she'd be
heat.
like, "Yeah, here you go again. Like, you don't just have IG or anything to just you get good for Channing Tatum. Good for him.
Fuck him.
Good for him.
Fuck him.
Gets to make his money back for his dog movie and go home to Zoe Kravitz.
Fuck that dog and Channing Tatum.
All right. Do you have anything to say before we head out, Banks?
Yeah. Make sure y'all just shut the fuck up and just watch everything. Not y'all that's here. Y'all cool. But all I got to say is thank y'all for being here as usual. Like, subscribe, and follow at the BVD Pod on Twitter. On YouTube, Banks versus Davis. We on streaming platforms up. The video is usually out the next day. Banks versus Davis on YouTube. Run the numbers up. Our subscriptions or our subscribers keep going up, which is, I'm like, all right, bet it up. So keep taking it. I think the goal is let's get to 200 by the end of the year. Shit, we might get in like in 2-3 months.
Shit. I don't know.
We might get there very soon, but yeah.
I don't know why. I don't know how. But like you said, we'll go live because if we don't record on a Saturday, we'll go live on the Sunday because our episodes normally drop on the Sunday. So you can catch us, like you said, on YouTube. But the audio always drops pretty much on Sundays. Apple, Spotify. Find Banks on Twitter at iamnotbanks, but also at the BBD Pod. He's the main tweeter from that account. Follow me on Twitter at Davis, aka Drip. Instagram, daviscoltondc. Like, and most importantly, keep checking us out every single week. We'll be busy in the next couple of weeks because there's a whole lot to talk about. Next week, we dive back in to the wrestling verse with my show from the Ruthless Aggression era, Survivor Series 2003. Week after that, we'll have the Dark Knight commentary and then the Dark Knight Rises commentary track, 2-pack to go with it. And then our review of The Batman with Robert Pattinson with a very special guest.
Rookie of the year in podcast game. Doing better than most y'all motherfuckers with a podcast. Not
we might
y'all.
have a... And that Lakers show comes out March 6th. Euphoria ends, so we'll maybe have a small pod to talk about the other stuff going on lately. No other movie, I think, is dropping that we're curious. Maybe there's a surprise album or something that'll happen. Donda 2. If you have something to say about that.
May or may not come out, but I think actually it's going to come out just because it's on his platform.
Yeah.
It's on his terms. So if I know I could sell fucking 5 of these at $200 a pop, I'm going to put out an album ASAP. I don't care if the album is bad.
Shit. Vince Staples dropped a song. It's pretty good. He had that amazing Twitter space the other night. That was hilarious. Where, again, this guy's the greatest talker of all time. He asked a woman, how do you hate Farrakhan? But you into NFTs. Like...
Good questions.
Again, the greatest promo of all time, Vince Staples. Give this man a show. I've been saying it for years.
They've been talking about it for years, but I don't know for sure if it can contain him, so we'll see.
But yeah, keep checking us out on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. Peace.
Drop it, I don't want to talk about it.
Drop it, hell. I want to hear about this, homie.
I said forget about it, cuz.